Now we begin with the round of 12. Welcome to the second stage of the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series as we enter the playoffs. Now just 12 drivers remain after eliminations came for Alex Bowman, Shane Van Gisbergen, Austin Dillon and Josh Berry. Last time out though at Bristol, all hell broke loose. But coming into this one, anything can happen as we get ready for the playoffs.
Hamlin currently plus 26 above the cut line. William Byron plus 24. Same as Carl Larson, also plus 24. Then it's Christopher Bell with plus 20. Ryan Blaney in the first Ford plus 19. Chase Briscoe plus 10. Chase Elliott plus 5. And Bubba Wallace plus 1. Cut-off line where the 4 drivers eliminated after Charlotte on the 5th of October. Austin Cindric minus 1. Joe Logano minus 2. Same as Ross Chastain, also minus 2. And Tyler Reddick minus 3. Below the cut line.
Yep, and it really has been a weird weekend coming into this because just 12 drivers now remain in the standings, but many people feel like already we've lost 2 of the big ones. We have lost coming out of it as well. Unfortunately, Josh Berry, who had 3 first DNFs in a row, that is not something we ever heard of in NASCAR. Out of it also, sadly, went Alex Bowman, despite a valiant effort. Austin Dillon was kind of expected, but SVG very much disappointed some people, especially with the Roval in this round coming into it. But we're all set then, as we will have the intros and invocation coming up shortly.
Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach President and Senior Chaplain, Billy Malden.
NASCAR lost a friend and colleague this week. Please keep the family and friends of Wayne Nelson in your prayers. Heavenly Father, it is a great day, and we pause to thank you and recognize your presence in our lives. We pray for a safe day of racing for the drivers, teams, and officials. Bless our nation and those who bravely protect us and defend our liberty at home and abroad, allowing us all to experience and enjoy the sport we love. May your peace and joy be with us all. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Here to perform the Canadian National Anthem in the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome the official anthem singer of the Boston Bruins, Todd Angeli.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The flyover begins as we get ready to welcome you to this weekend. Well, 36 cars are coming into it. Let's say good afternoon to our broadcasters as well. And it's going to be Josh Turner alongside Jack as well. JT, this is going to be a big one to come into this weekend as well. A lot to look forward to, a lot of action. What are you anticipating as we enter the round of 12 coming in today?
Yeah, absolutely. Very strange there. Premier Sports going to ad break when they're meant to stay on for the World Feed preview. But anyway, we'll just go with it, which, well, you just have to listen to us for longer. But yeah, round of 12 here in New Hampshire. And well, if we have to, anything to go off of the truck race, then it's going to be a snooze fest.
Yeah, one man who might agree with you is Jack. Welcome to you, my friend. Here we go. The trucks yesterday weren't as exciting. I think Jamie Little fell asleep several times. But here we go. Going to be a good race today. 301 laps for the Mobile 1 301.
I also fall asleep when Jamie Little's on commentary quite often, but anyway. I'm hoping today's race will be a bit more like the modified race that was earlier in the day, which was absolutely fantastic. I'm hoping it's more like that was a last lap pass for the win as well. So maybe I'm hoping we can get one of those. The race last year was honestly pretty solid after the rain delay. Hoping we can get more of that.
Yeah, that rain delay cost me. I had to go over and leave JT, I think, solo. I don't know if you were here, Jack. I remember because I went over to Laguna Seca. Luckily, the IndyCar season's well finished. But then, of course, JT, the race has moved from June to the middle of, well, towards the end of September. It kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? Because now, playoff race, New Hampshire, a complete unknown.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into this as a playoff race, so we shall see what happens in an opener to a round. So we shall see. But momentarily, we'll get ready for the command. That's in around 3 minutes' time. So, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And we're going to be building up to today's race. There's the current playoff standings points as it stands coming into it with the gaps not to, but throw. Right now, though, let's head back down to our colleagues over at USA and get ready for the command and all the action as they build up to today's Mobile 1 301 here. And we'll be back with you just after the command in about 6 minutes' time. Well, they should be back, but they're taking their time over in the USA.
In the Granite Stadium, they pack the stands like New Englanders at Gillette Stadium. Tough, loyal, living for the roar of engines or pads colliding. Loudon is where the round of 12 begins.
It's now down to 12.
Everything on the line.
I'll do the best I can to stay upright.
No mistakes, no place to hide.
Got a car sideways.
On my field, I could change a game in an instant. Pick off the pass or drop the quarterback for a sack. That versatility made me dangerous. And for NASCAR teams, that's the difference between contenders and champions.
Out to the wall.
I felt that Super Bowl spirit in New England. Every play mattered.
Intercepted, Rodney Harrison, and that is it.
And I see the same fire right here.
Yes, sir, DH. That's what I'm talking about.
This is our turf. our fight, our fans. When the green flag drops in Loudon, it feels like Sunday kickoff in New England. Loud, electric, built for champions.
What's all you, buddy? You're the loud master.
Rodney Harrison knows that it's human performance that makes the difference in the playoffs. 6 years with the Patriots, 2 times to the Super Bowl. He knows what it matters in the postseason, Kim.
Well, New Hampshire is the only active track where William Byron does not have a top 10. So, is there cause for concern today for the 2014? Well, not according to crew chief Rudy Fugel. He said despite this not being a great track recently for Hendrick, he feels like they've made gains. In fact, Rudy said people should have confidence they can make it past this round and even into the championship four. Dylan, they just can't stub their toe here today, is what he said.
And Kim, New Hampshire historically has not been a great track for Austin Cindric either. He's sitting below the cut line and told me yesterday he was going to be leaning on his crew chief, Brian Wilson, quite a bit this weekend to get them a good car. Good news is they found it yesterday with the change in the middle of practice. The only issue now is they start 22nd. A good start of this race is critical for the two, and ultimately a good first stage could be the difference maker in their day today, Marty.
See, Bubba Wallace finished around a 16 plus 50 above the cut line after the reset, just +1. If you're Charlton Ike's crew chief, what's your message to your driver?
Don't look at the points. Don't look bad. They've been on fire. Keep doing what you're doing. They're going to be just fine.
Just 12 drivers are still in the game with a shot to win the championship and only 7 weeks left to get it done. Time to get the engines fired here in the Granite State. Here's 3-time New Hampshire winner Kurt Busch.
New Hampshire, let's give a big welcome to Kurt Busch, the 2004 NASCAR Cup Series champion and 2026 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee is here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Take it away, Kurt.
New Hampshire Motor Speedway, are you ready for a wicked fast playoff race? Drivers, start your engines!
Oh, the fans always turn out for this one. Time to write the next chapter in the 2025 playoff story. Green flag for New Hampshire is next.
Build-up's coming, tensions rising as well as we get into this one. Let's see what this New Hampshire track has to offer. As all the no, they're going straight off here again. I don't know what Premier Sports are up to. That's not a sign of things to come for today. Coming into it, I suppose, Jack, I'll ask you the question. 12 left. Who's your favourite to get a win and you in today?
Yeah, I don't actually know who's going to win this. I think the Penske's are going to be very strong. They're usually strong on this type of track. Of course, locking out the front row. I'm going to go with the Joey Logano win. I think the pole sitter can get it done.
As they come into it, I have not got any. I've got no room to have anything open. So if somebody's trying to tell me something, just let them know. I can't hear a thing coming into today's action. As the action will continue on. We have a little bit of time left on the board as well. Adam Lemridge, who's our expert on New Hampshire, is giving us wonderful stats in the YouTube chat coming through. Okay, let's go over to JT and get ready to go through the grid and how they line up coming into today's race. Because JT, it's a good and it's a big one coming in. Down to you.
Yeah, absolutely. The New Hampshire Motor Speedway Mobile 1301, and it's Joe Logano on row 1. Ryan Blaney alongside, then it's Josh Berry, Tyler Reddick on row 2, William Byron and Carson Wilson on row 3, Alex Bone and Ross Chastain row 4, row 5, Denny Hamlin and SVG, row 6, Michael McDowell and AJ Allmendinger, row 7, Ty Gibbs and Bubba Wallace, row 8, Chris Buescher and Carl Larson, row 9, Brad Keselowski and Chase Briscoe, row 10, Christopher Bell and Zane Smith, row 11, Justin Haley and Austin Cindric, with Ryan Preece and Carl Busch on row 12, Riley Hurst and Eric Jones on row 13, Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon on row 14, John Hunter Nemechek tied in row 15, Cole Costa and Daniel Suarez on row 16, row 17, Noah Gregson and Nicholas Denham Jr., Cody Ware and Todd Gilliland round out the grid on row 18. But which of those 36 drivers will it be a night to remember on the 21st of September? We shall see. Green flag 7 minutes away.
Do you remember round of 12 playoffs in September? No, that was terrible. I'm not going to do that again. Let's head back over to USA.
It is a gorgeous day that greets us here in the Northeast as the NASCAR Cup Series makes its most northern stop on the tour. Yes, this is the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs here on USA from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, presented by Toyota. As we ease our way into the next phase of the playoffs. Hi folks, Lee Diffie along with Jeff Burton, a 4-time winner here. So Jeff, with that being said, one of these drivers who desperately needs a win, they maybe needs a win more than others, how are they going to experience a portion of the success that you had here? What's the secret here?
Well, the secret is you have to be willing to compromise. This track is fast and it's slick. Car isn't going to drive great. You got to be willing to deal with the problems you have and then look around, find somewhere different where your car is better, and be aggressive on restarts. Go make some track position. There's an opportunity there.
Steve Letart's on his way up from the pre-race show. He's going to share his thoughts on the secret to success here as well. Well, one of those drivers who's below the cut line, he's been 18 races since he last saw victory lane, is Joey Logano. So what are your thoughts on his chances, Jeff, today? Because a win would sure come in handy.
All the Penske's were really fast in practice yesterday, Diff, and this guy loves step-up moments. But I tell you what, why don't we just ask him?
Sure.
Joey, you with us?
I got you.
All right, buddy, you guys had tons of energy after sitting on that pole yesterday. You feel like today is a great opportunity to get a win?
I do. I feel like I got a really good Shell Pennzoil Mustang. I got a really good race team. We're sitting here at my home track, pretty excited to be up here towards the front right now. And, you know, he's got 301 laps to make it happen. I feel good about it.
What's the biggest challenge of this racetrack, Joey?
Right where I'm at right now, these bumps are pretty challenging as you barrel down in here into turn 3, and especially when you're too wide. It's pretty exciting. Good thing is there's a lot of lanes you can use here, and as this race goes, that fourth lane will even work in. So it'll be a pretty fun race for everybody.
Good luck, buddy. Have fun.
We wish Joey Logano the best of luck as we check out our starting grid brought to you by Toyota. And if Joey is to convert this pole position to victory, it would be extra special because he's never started from the pole position here in Loudon. He shares that front row with his teammate Ryan Blaney. Row 2, Josh Berry, good qualifying job. And alongside Tyler Reddick, who also enjoys his best New Hampshire start. Row 3, William Byron. A win would be handy today alongside the youngster Carson Hocevar. Alex Bowman, who got bounced out of the playoffs last weekend, but boy, he went down swinging. He put up a good fight. Ross Chastain starts alongside him. Row 5, Denny Hamlin, Shane Van Gisbergen. Yes, SVG in the top 10 in qualifying on an oval. Good effort. Michael McDowell, AJ Allmendinger. They share row 6. Row 7 is Ty Gibbs and Bubba Wallace.
Qualifying did not go well for a lot of playoff drivers. Starting in row 8, Kyle Larson, 3-time New Hampshire runner-up. Runner-up's never won here. Row 9, Chase Briscoe. He also was a runner-up here. Christopher Bell, 2 of the last 3 wins from this driver. 22nd, Austin Cindric. Row 12, Ryan Preece, hometown favorite, Kyle Busch. Row 13, Riley Herbst and Eric Jones.
Yeah, gearing up was a great one as well to come into this as the rest of the field get read out as well. JT, the action zones are going to be few and far between today, but I'm thinking it's going to be another great race.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, hopefully it's not a snooze fest like the trucks was yesterday as we watch the cars go round. And, well, adverts should be easy to predict today because literally every single advert except 1 or 2 are 2 minutes and 30. So every ad break is 2 minutes except one which is 2 minutes and 15 and a couple which are 2 minutes and 30.
Oh, well, golden then as well. You know the deal. We'll be on Comcam for the big moments of the race, and then on the battle screen for the majorities during pit stops and cautions. We'll open up the driver tracker map as well to give you all the news, views and opinions, and we'll keep you up to date as well with the points systems, as we will have to cut it down to 8 in the next few races. But Jack, we were mentioning about Joey Logano and how critical he is in this run. He now once again lines up on pole position in a race that he has to win in order to go for the championship. You said to me in Bristol, oh, don't worry, he doesn't win, you know, odd-numbered years. Logano's looking a bit faster this weekend. Try and prove you wrong.
Doesn't win championships in odd-numbered years.
Yeah, but
To be fair, I don't think he's ever made the Champ 4 in an odd-numbered year.
Could that be about to change today?
So, Maybe.
He locks
You'd have
himself
to get 2 wins to do it.
locks himself out into round of 8. Then locks himself into the championship 4. We shall see. The situation rising. There's Chase Elliott. He's 5 above the cut line, JT. You went through us earlier on with AC/DC playing as well. What are you expecting the lineup to be today?
Yeah, well, just got to keep it clean, just got to keep it on the track. And we are doubled up. We are getting ready to go. Just don't wreck and try and stay near the top, I think, is the aim of the game here. Going past the chicane on the bus stop chicane on the backstretch, and the pace car will get ready to pull off for the Mobil 1 301, the Toyota Supra at the front of the field, and well, that massive camera on the back of it as well.
Pace car pulling off. Are you ready to get rumbling? It's the Mobil 1 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway into the start zone. The green flag falls. The round of 12s for the 2025 playoff season is underway. Green flag. Down towards turn 1, Logano jumps ahead. Berry's coming back into second position because, of course, now he's eliminated. Watch him be good. 3 to 4 already in the middle lane at turn 2. The flatter oval section of the circuit, using the brakes, opening up the lines a bit more. Logano has the advantage. Berry moves up into second. But now we've got Blaney side by side with Byron, who's going to move up nicely into third position. Larson's trying to go below the blue line there, JT, to complete lap 1, but it's a good move from half the field.
Yeah, good move. Logano still out in front. Around the outside, here comes Carson Josefat. Down on the bottom line, Blaney looking to make it 3 wide, just isn't close enough.
Yeah, and Jack already, that's a bad start from Blaney, moving down the order. Got no traction, now he's had to switch to the ultra-low line.
It's good to see Blaney, not Blaney, Berry's actually doing well for once now. But, yeah, Blaney losing time already. Yeah, and look at Josefat, he looks quick right now. He's going right round the outside of William Byron. Maybe his teammate in future years, who knows?
Yeah, taking more and more time coming through. And Josefat now moves up into third position. Josh Berry still holding on second place. The 45 getting a bit loose, having to go up line and take lane 3 on the mix of things. That was a close call as they come over the line. Let's take a look at the start once again, JT. Just a great launch from Larson and using that Penske Ford power down to turn 1.
Yeah, Hamlin was a little bit out of line there in the progressive car. Logano getting in front, being pushed by Berry. Byron on the outside. Look at the launch that Josefat had round the outside.
We are aware that timing and scoring seems to have failed. We're trying to understand what's going on with it at the moment. We don't think it's our issue, but we'll get on it shortly as the action, JT, still coming into factor as the action again resumes.
Yeah, SVG round to the outside of Blaney. Blaney trying to get past, which he is still side by side at the moment.
Still going strong as SVG moves the outside. Blaney cutting under low as well. Still trying to find the traction line as we'll get this one sorted for you. Pit lane.
And the media afterwards, I feel like I let my team down in that first round of the playoffs. And he said, you know, I just want to get back to the basics of improving at ovals. But there's no question, Steve, SVG has shown that improvement at ovals. His best ever qualifying at an oval this weekend here at New Hampshire.
Yeah, I think just making the playoffs, his real missed opportunity was Darlington. A lot of guys had trouble and the strategy got away from the 88, but a lot learned. And what I love is just his respect for the talent of the other drivers on these ovals. He knows how tough it's going to be as Blaney now settles in. Jeff, you said it, I was thinking it. The Penske cars were the talk of the garage, but if you really turn the microscope up, laps 1 through 3 in race trim, they were very mediocre. It took them a little bit to get going. So the 21 successful, but I think that hurt the 12 to start the race.
I think I agree with the team there as well, JT. It hurt them at the start, and now Logano's going to be pushing through at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Is down in towards turn 1. We now go on board with the number 22 car as I behind the scenes change the timer that you can see. There we go. So you can actually see the correct one now as we head down the back stretch down in towards turn 3. Byron trying to close down on 77 car of Carson Hocevar.
More traction still as Berry right on the back. And Jack, I suppose it's quite comical if Berry does win this race after 3 bads in a row. He's now right up there with Logano.
It would be ironic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But this is the kind of track I'd expect to suit Berry quite nicely, actually. It is a generally quite low bank, short... don't know if it's a short track, but close to a short track. Generally, that low banking track, I feel, is the kind of track I think that would genuinely suit Berry the most, especially considering he came up from his days racing late models, as we see 2 very similarly coloured cars battling here.
Yeah, which is which, as Denny Hamlin goes in side by side with Kyle Larson, these 2 who should have dominated Bristol 8 days ago. Sadly, that was not the case, and I think the Beatles need to have their song back as well, because they've been thinking about it, regretting it, and just thinking how lucky they are at the moment. Hamlin's still in, Larson's still in, this is the 13th position, and they're still taking that low line, JT, out of 4, as we tick off onto lap 11.
Yeah, across the line we go on board with the 11. Kyle Larson dives down to the inside, side by side, the 5 and the 11. Larson gets his nose ahead, but here comes Hamlin round the outside. He gets his nose ahead. Larson still on the inside, his front right corner getting into Hamlin's rear left corner. Larson gets his nose ahead in the corner, but here comes Hamlin right round the outside and is ahead for now, but Larson will look to fight back, which he does on the front straight. Hamlin pulls away.
Yep, and now can he just get onto braking again? Larson throws it back on the inside. Now coming involved is the 54 of Ty Gibbs as well, so they're not going to let this one go without a bit more of a fight, Jack. And now we're seeing the side-by-side, it's Blaney getting past Reddick for 4th position.
Yeah, I've not got much to add. Oh, Gibbs is going through here.
Yeah, he's got the inside line.
Hamlin, side by side. Gibbs has been somewhat of a disappointment this year, I felt, after his excellent run in the playoffs last year, managing to get in there. But he's still yet to get that first win. I think he's really going to need that if he's going to get his confidence up.
Still yet to get a first win in the Cup Series, but he has come close a couple of times in his career. Now he has an interesting advantage as he goes to the inside line of the 11 of Denny Hamlin coming through the turn 4. Tries to get the slipstream or the side draft. Not going to work out as we enter lap 14. We're running 30-second laps here as well at New Hampshire. Remember, we are on a hard cutoff tonight. If for anything like rain or red flag, then we do have sunset time because, of course, New Hampshire does not have lights. So there is a hard cutoff tonight if we have to come back tomorrow. But, JT, it's beautiful sunny conditions, no chance of rain, so all we've got to really think about is an accident, which, to be fair, doubt we're going to see that much of.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, was that them? Yes, that was good. That was them going to Adam Blake
Nice.
with the change of audio that I heard in the background. So, yeah, 15 laps in. The first Adam Blake of the day over there in the States, but we're on board with Bubba Wallace, currently 12th, as he's got AJ Allmendinger and Kyle Larson in front of him.
Larson still struggling. He's going on the inside. Allmendinger going up towards the wall a little bit, out of 4. He's very close to the wall. Larson's trying to push him with the side draft, Jack, into that upper lane and into the wall, but he's drifting up and he's going to secure it. That's a good move. That's a classical move from Kyle Larson, isn't it? That's like something you'll see the King do back in the day in the 43. Just turning the wheel, drifting it out wide.
I just noticed the retro number on Brad Keselowski's car.
Oh, yes.
Oh, not retro, the baseball-inspired number. That's pretty sick. I didn't even know he was doing that. That's really cool. But yeah, Larson looks like one of the faster cars on track right now, to be honest. Definitely being able to make moves quite easier. I'm told that we had the same tyre setup as Richmond, I think, and like Iowa and places like that.
Once again, that was an interesting race. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Iowa was a decent race. Richmond was pretty exciting. So, interested to see if this can hold up. And Berry is still right on the back of Logano here. These two essentially teammates, as Penske has a big alliance with the Wood Brothers team.
Closing in once more as Logano leading after 18 laps from Berry in second, Hocevar in third, Blaney fourth, Byron fifth, Redding sixth.
Stage one.
As they come through, welcome back as Lee Diffie shouts over me there. Coming into it, to all our viewers on USA, Logano from Berry, Hocevar 1, 2, 3 if you're watching along with us in the States. A reminder also that we've got the IMSA Battle of the Bricks endurance race live here on JB Motorsports, and after a tricky weekend where we had some issues with our streaming keys which forced a lot of our content onto JB Motorsports 2, I decided to take this opportunity to thank our viewers for staying with us across the network change. That means a lot to us here at the channel as we get the action to come through. And JT, the Josh Berry analogy, 6/10 behind Logano. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, and he is currently second, Hocevar just behind in third. Then your second playoff driver, that's Ryan Blaney, then Byron, then Vedek. SVG up in seventh, but it seems like well, most of the playoff eliminated cars are up near the top.
The actual worry that for me, we've got Austin Cindric battle points as they run on 3023, the same as Chase Elliott, but it's actually Chase Elliott who's the lowest in the playoff drivers. He's running 25th at the moment on our timing monitors, so he's slightly out of position. But we're watching Hocevar battling with Blaney, who just got ahead of him for third position, as we now take a look at Chase Elliott, pit road.
Nowhere. He's only up to 25th. No word from Chase yet on the handling of the car. But when I talked to Alan Gustafson this morning, he kind of echoed what Chase told Dylan in Countdown to Green. Hey, we've got a lot of experience coming through the field with a 9 car. And he pointed to St. Louis a couple of weeks ago, another difficult flat racetrack where it's hard to pass. That day, Chase Elliott started 19th and wound up finishing third. So they think it might take the entire day, but they do feel confident in the handling of the car. So, Jeff, when you think about difficult tracks to start in the back and come to the front, where does New Hampshire rank on that list?
This is pretty high up on the list. It's just very difficult to pass. You can see the multiple grooves gives the driver an option, but it also gives you an option to play defense. A guy's a little bit quicker than you. He drives underneath you. You use the outside to keep the pass from happening. So it's a fun racetrack, but it's a very difficult racetrack.
We're just seeing the 20 now of Christopher Bell in a bit of an attack formation with Brad Keselowski trying to keep the traction between them as they swoop over. Now the 19 coming into it of Chase Briscoe. So it already looks like Jack at the middle of the pack for 15, 16, 17, battling out between 3 of our top 12.
We've got Briscoe just behind Bell here, but it looks like Brad Keselowski might be going for a move here. And nope, just decides to back out of it. New Hampshire's obviously a pretty tricky place to pass with only 2 real racing grooves. So, and speaking of New Hampshire as well, got to mention I'm officially renaming it to Christopher Bell Motor Speedway because I'm pretty certain in 11 starts at the track, I think he's finished in the top 2 like 8 times. Just an insane record for that man in the 20 car. And a 100% win rate in the Xfinity Series. 4 starts, 4 wins.
Let's see what he can do today. He's battling now with Bubba Wallace as just gets a little bit close to comfort there. Coming out of turn 4, they'll play the team strategy. What am I on about? They'll play the battle mentality coming through at the moment, JT, as they run it in. But the 23 in the 2311 car battling hard with the friendly inside line. Chastain and Larson battling as well further up on battle 1 for P10.
Yeah, as we now look at the 20 and the 23 now, the 1 and the 5. This is battle for 10th. Kyle Larson continuing to get up the field across the line.
Larson goes down low. Chastain better know he's there, otherwise that could be a bit of a messy turn 1. He does know he's there, Jack, so he'll stay behind it.
Yeah. Also, can I just quickly bring up Shane Van Gisbergen? He's got legitimate pace today. He's running 6th place right now, having started 10th. And I think he's obviously working his way to try and catch up to Carson Hocevar. The pace on that 88 car is pretty clear. But the one thing he did say recently is that the car feels a little bit loose. So maybe some adjustments at the end of the stage.
Let's take a look there, pit road. Nope, I thought we were going out of Kim in a second. Well, they always throw to Kim and then they never tell us, JT, that she's not going to come up on the screen. It's so disappointed. Yeah, Kim, no Kim.
In the opening laps, he talked about the pedal going long. Here's what he most recently told his team.
Yeah, copy. Brakes are scaring me for sure. My pedal's rock solid now. -8, they came back quick. I turned the front fans off. Pedal's still super solid. -4 on bias. Alright, pit forward. You should only need the right front, only the right side switch if you need it. But it looks like knockback to us.
All right, Jeff, so you heard what Tyler was reporting about those brakes. What's your level of concern as we are just 28 laps into this race?
28 laps in, and that's going to be the issue, I think, for most of the race, JT. It's a question of what are we going to see in terms of strategy, because it's not the same situation we saw a week ago at Bristol, where the tyres will explode if you even put even a little bit, tiny bit of pressure in them. This is the same compound as Richmond, as Jack mentioned earlier on, but they are actually going to last the distance, and this first stage, you're not going to need fuel.
Yeah, absolutely is. Now continuing around, Tyler Reddick out of turn 4, down the front stretch across the line, and let's have a look at the Reddick car. Look at the front on the front right side and the front left.
There's a bit of a
basically it's the air intakes that are going through the ducts as well, that they're having a look at the front of the Reddick car.
See how that's going to...
all brake. It's all to do with brake pads calling after everything that they've had at the other circuits.
Utter hell they've had at other circuits, I can tell you as well. As Nathan says, Bristol was mad last week as well. Adams were keeping in some wonderful New Hampshire tricks as into the broadcast they come. We'll get to them throughout the show as well. As Logano leads Berry by 0.3 of a second. Blaney, Byron, Hocevar, the top 5. SVG running in 6th place, Jack, and I think it's safe to say that he could be on for his best overall result in the Cup Series.
Yeah, it's been very surprisingly quick. Then again, New Hampshire's one of those tracks with that generally heavy braking style of racing, which is obviously going to suit a guy who races road courses. Also, how is Cody Ware a lap down already?
Yeah, he's +1 back as well, as we take a look by the numbers here. In the 22, that's Red Byron, back in the day racing here at New Hampshire.
Of course, the first NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Yep, Bobby Allison came in here as well, back in the day. And the 22 now currently leading the way for Joey Logano. That's been led to quite a couple of championship runs. They step away on USA. You stay with us here on JB Motorsports as they go into their second ad break of the afternoon. The 22 leading the 21. Berry is 2.5 tenths behind as they start to hit traffic, JT, and I've got the feeling that we're in for a fight and a half now.
Yeah, absolutely, as continuing to circulate around we go, as I press that button, and, well, you have 2 times there. There we go, up the inside, Logano going on lapped cars. 8, Kyle Busch is the next in front, as we look now down to turn 2. Never mind, cut back to our leaders with Logano. Josh Berry, he's closing in. Logano will look to go up the inside of Kyle Busch, that lapped car, but Josh Berry in the Ford, right behind him. Ford versus Ford. Chevy getting in the way of the lapped car of Kyle Busch. Logano to the inside of the number 8 car, and Berry will follow.
Yep, and now, unfortunately, for all you 8 fans of Kyle Busch, he's got a lap down. He'll still be the wave around if we get a caution, but yeah, not the best situation you want running out there, sadly. It's been a bit of an up and down day coming through. Jack, what have you made of Kyle Busch's season? It's been, well, personally, I think one to forget, hasn't it?
I like Kyle. This has been a truly abysmal season for him. Outside of that one truck victory at Atlanta, which, let's be honest, he was always going to get. Realistically, nothing's gone right for Kyle this season. Whether that's lack of driver talent during the race, whether that's a mechanical issue, whether that's just not being quick, it's not going well for him. I have heard a rumour, by the way, that his crew chief might be leaving at the end of the year. Randall Burnett. I have heard a rumour that that might be having the case. So maybe a new crew chief is what's needed to get him some speed, as Berry's right there.
Berry is right there. He's going down low, almost takes out Logano coming into turn 2. You're back with us on the... Sorry, you're back with us on the USA Network as Logano again taking the advantage at the front, but Berry just nearly taking him out, coming out of turn 3 as you come back to live pictures, and we're now running with Logano getting through as well at the field. Go on, Jack.
Yeah, I know. Look, Berry had to back out of that, or he's going to take Logano out. Obviously, I have no real sympathy to people who block late and then get taken out, but realistically, that's your teammate right there. You don't want to, well, not teammate, but alliance teammate. You don't want to take him out, do you?
Yeah, I know what you mean. What do you make of it, JT?
They swapped ad break 1 and ad break 2.
They're not following the schedule around, are they? They're confusing us. And we've got a general idea when they come back, but, you know. So, still...
We shall see.
Yeah, thank God I'm not Tom Gamemore. That would have been tricky. It's basically the same data that they follow that we follow with our countdown up here in the booth. Logano then, 6/10 to Berry as the lap traffic JT starts to play a factor. We are 41 of 70 in this stage, 260 to go, and there's no pit stops, so Logano's going to have to manage this traffic like crazy now.
Yeah, he is. There's more traffic up ahead. And heading out of turn 2.
Worried we might see a yellow because of this drama. That's what I'm worried we'll see. Just a few bits of ooch, ow, off we go. Look how much they're drafting up the circuit.
But to start second and drop all the way back to 7th and then drive all the way back up to 3rd and going to challenge for 2nd here in a moment. Steve, if you were Jonathan Hassler, would you be worried about the start of the race? The driver, Ryan Blaney, hadn't said a word about it when he dropped back to 7th, and now he's driven back up to 3rd.
It's a cliche, but silence is golden. So if my driver's not complaining about it, I'm going to assume, Jeff, that the experience, the champion behind the wheel, doesn't need it fixed, because I believe that Ryan, as should any driver...
Oh, I'm going to interrupt you because he's got a run on the inside of Berry as Berry's side by side with Jones down towards turn 1. Blaney's on the inside and he's through. So top 2 now are Logano and Blaney, but it's a Ford 1, 2, 3, JT.
Yeah, and after getting through and just defending Blaney now up into 2nd. Byron is just behind, but he's around 3 seconds behind, so he's currently out of it. But on board, Joey Logano looking back to Ryan Blaney and Josh Berry.
They'll run into it quite smooth then as the situation goes on. There's the current standings: Logano, Blaney, Byron, Larson, Hamlin, Bell, Reddick as well. But that was on for like 0.2 seconds. Thank you very much to our world feed providers of the Team E graphics there. That helps us immensely trying to work out the points as they currently stand. They really don't help our facts, do they, JT? It's not nice on the world feed, but that's getting produced, of course, by NBC.
Joe Logano up the inside of Cole Custer.
Custer gets sent up. Blaney's right there to jump if anything happens. And he will jump. 46 of 70. Still time remaining in stage number 1 of the Mobile One 301. Right, there's Custer dealt with. Go on.
That 1 makes all of the
all
difference.
the difference. Especially if it turns into overtime and we get the 302s, 303, 304, etc. Side by side. Jack, how much is the traffic going to play a factor tonight? Because already on a slow oval with not much degree of banking, you can see Blaney sliding around trying to get traction underneath his Ford.
Hopefully traffic will make it interesting, because I'm not finding much. I get it's only been 48 laps, but I'm not finding anything particularly exciting right now. Hopefully Blaney can make a move. There is Chase Elliott, who qualified just horrendously yesterday. I think he started like 27th. It was a horrendous start to this round of the playoffs. Chase Elliott, he's trying to carve his way through the field, hoping he can actually get some spots. And look at Blaney, he's right on him.
Blaney's right in the back of Logano as Logano tries to lap the 47. And 47 goes up high. Blaney's right in the middle. He's trying to get a slipstream and punch his way through. He's getting blocked as well on the backstretch by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Logano's going to take it on the inside line. And Stenhouse just didn't really help matters there at all. But yeah, JT, Blaney's right there ready to undercut Logano at the first opportunity.
Yeah, right outside. It's 47, and Blaney very nearly drifted up in towards 47 of Stenhouse Jr. lapped car. Once again, Josh Berry now on the inside of that 47 Stenhouse Jr. car. All of the top three are clear.
Yeah, Berry back in the play factor here as they turn in. Now, that's only 10 minutes left of this stage. Sounds like an eternity, as Logano will start ticking off the laps quite quickly here. 2 minutes per lap, well, it's 2 laps per minute here. As Logano just hugs that low line. Berry as well catching up on Blaney. Blaney's going up high, trying to get the draft almost into the wall. Into the turn 2, the 12 is looking every direction to try and get through. And Logano, just look at that, opening up the steering wheel there, Jack, and just making Blaney go the high line and use up more of his tyres.
Here he goes, he's trying to go to the inside now. Come on, Blaney, just move him, mate.
Just, yeah.
Forget he's your teammate. Just punt him out of the way.
He's got him,
I know it's your teammate, but it's also Joey Logano. He'd do the same to you.
Oh, there was a little tap there on the backstretch, so I think Blaney's taking your advice.
To me.
He's listening. He's on this side-by-side through 3 into 4. Logano will get the high line. Wonderful shot from the helicopter here. Logano just gets that traction down. Blaney's still side-by-side, JT, but down to turn 1. He's going to have the advantage to outbrake and take the lead, and he's done so. Blaney leads here at New Hampshire.
Yeah, but here comes Logano back down the outside. He'll slot in behind, but new leader is your 12. And here comes Josh Berry, trying to catch up to these top two as well. 18 to go in stage 1, 17 to go as they cross the line next time by, which they will do now as they exit turn 4 and head down the home straight on board with Joey Logano looking ahead to Ryan Blaney, who is now 4/10 of a second ahead.
That's our first lead change of the day here. So 2 lead changes on the board. It's lap 53 as well now on lap 54 of 301, 248 to go on the board. Blaney leads Logano, Berry, Byron, SVG rounds out the top 5. And you're still with us? I thought they were going to ad break. I don't think they are at the moment. There we go. There we go. Leads if we just kept talking on, and overran the ad break. Still, Blaney leading from Logano with 16 to go in stage 1. And now seeing our new race leader lapping the field. He gets ahead of the 10 of Ty Dillon. Todd Gilliland and Riley Hurst just ahead. Ryan Priest, Dillon and Gregson going into 25th place. And at the moment, Jack, this is brilliant news for the 12 because he has been on form this weekend. The same, let's be fair, of Logano. But Blaney, I think, has deserved him after his bad start and then makes his way back up into the lead.
Who's the lap car there? Is that... That's the 10 of Ty Dillon. The Ty not off to the best of starts. It's Logano tries to head to the inside of the C Best Chevrolet. Tries to get side by side, trying to side draft him.
Late break.
And to the inside. And he should clear him here.
Yeah, not bad, JT, as we now just trying to tick off the end of this stage. And I think Blaney, 7/10 ahead of Logano. Logano, I think, happy just takes the stage points and then just try and figure out if he can get the overall win at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's 45 and 5. Just ahead is the 77 of Hocevar. And Reddick will go round the outside of Hocevar. Back we cut to Bubba Wallace and Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott looking down the inside of Bubba Wallace, and he will do in turns 3 and 4. They pull side by side, and Chase Elliott will go up the inside, will slide up straight in front of the Toyota Camry of Bubba Wallace, and a good move there from the Napa 100 Chevrolet.
Still 13 to go. As we see the 11 running up high of Denny Hamlin with Ross Chastain still closing in with him. As the session continues on, running into the end then of stage 1 here. As we ride on board now with the Toyota. Drifts it round past the Magic Mile, turn 1 and 2. You're back with us here on USA with 12 to go in, now 11 in stage 1 here of the Mobile 1 301. It's Berry leading in second position. He's now jumped Logano actually, so Blaney leads Berry and Logano, who's dropped down to third, Byron fourth. SVG is fifth, so all those sayers, oh, he can't do anything on ovals, he's looking good, but a massive train here, the 45, the 77, the 5 and the 48 all battling, so this is down in 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th running together, JT.
The side is the 7th. Top. Carson around.
Oh. I can't hear JT.
Hi, hello. Hey.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you now. Go on, try it again, mate.
Yeah, Bash for 6th and Bash for 14th. Bell and Gibbs currently battling for that 14th position as Reddick and Hocevar side by side in 6th place.
Logano's reporting that he's lost the rear grip, Jack. So that's going to be sideways. There's through 3 wide to 1. And of course we cut away from that angle. Here we go then. 45 on the inside and 77 in the middle lane. 42 trying to go up high. Larson and Bowman just trying to capitalise on anything that happens in the front. But apparently Logano's lost rear grip.
In other words, the tyres have died, is what he's saying. So yeah, Hocevar having a surprisingly good run. I just saw he has been passed by SVG actually. SVG's up to 5th.
He's running on.
Oh, a little bit of a loose moment there, I think, for the 42 as well of Nemechek. And Bowman tries to get to the inside. Reddick gets to the inside of Carson Hocevar. And does he make the move? We have no idea because they cut the cameras away.
Still running in smooth as we see. Caution's round, the 51's got around. Right in front of the leader.
Okay, no surprise.
Did Blaney make contact with him? I swear I saw bodywork on. Blaney will keep an eye on that, but the 51's got around to Cody Ware. And that was right in front of Blaney, who looked very out of position on the track. We'll wait to see if he's had contact. He looks okay to me, JT, but I think he was right in the middle of the field. Let's take a look at it. Yes, he was. So there's the 34. I think he's going to tag the 51 around. The 3 is just in there too. So the 3 hits the 51 around. Blaney's right there. And, oh, he got so close to having bumper damage. That's insane, Jack, how close he got.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, not sure what happened there with Austin Dillon, to be quite honest. I'm not quite sure why he felt the need to be that aggressive that early in the race. But that's probably killed Blaney's tyres a little bit. They'll be flat spotted. So that's not good at all for Blaney.
What do you think, JT?
Yeah, well, that was very close to Blaney. Just a little tap to the bumper of that car in front. Yeah,
Oh, I can't hear you again. Your mic's dying.
Logano is gonna continue and hopefully come into pits if his tyres were dying, as we're on board with that 22 car now.
Pit road.
Let's listen in.
All right, your favorite. I'm loose end, tight center, snapping off. So just try not to crash. I don't care what line. I'm just trying not to crash. When I go in, I'm loose. And then when I need to turn, I just have nothing. It just shatters the front. I'm just not in the racetrack.
So I know it sounds awful. I would start with what's affecting him first, the loose end, because I believe and he's concerned about crashing, right? You can't do that. So try to fix the entry, and if it makes the middle worse, then Jeff, as a driver, I'm like, well, you're going to have to help me out, man. I'm trying to give you something. All right, pit road's open, decision time. It would be a must pit for me. The gamble would be to stay out for stage points. I don't even know if you could hold somebody off on old tires as much as they're losing grip.
Connecticut's Ryan Preece gets the free pass in the 60. Meanwhile, pit lane comes alive and Kim's there.
That's right. You see top left, Tyler Reddick. Rear grip went away like a light switch, he said. You'll see the tires going on. William Byron, top right, tight. And then he said the ride quality was very bad. Had a little hop to it. 4 tires. They went on the jack, Marty.
Kim from 2nd to 7th to 1st for Ryan Blaney. He said it took off a little bit too tight, but got better as they ran. And then he told Jonathan Hasser, I drive off is really good compared to everyone else. Joey Logano, his teammate, said, I just can't maintain any rear grip. Logano will lose a spot here on pit road. Ryan Blaney holds serve.
So Blaney, Berry, Logano, the race off. Good work from the 24 team. Here's another look from Ryan Blaney's viewpoint. What happened with Cody Ware spin?
Yeah, ad break coming through then as well to all of you stateside. Well, let's have a look at the chat then. Wow, Ryan Blaney got lucky there. Michael says, what a surprise. No one could have seen this coming. Try not to crash, says Nathan. And go 12, says Larry. Adam says about the 4th fact, Davey Allison ran his last race there in 1993 before he was killed in a helicopter crash a few days later. And Adam was actually trackside for that race as well. Wonderful memories then to have for witnessing the last races. As we still have all the action closing in. Lap 66, 4 to go. Looks like we might end this stage behind the yellow Jack, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah. So, yellow still coming out. Close call for the race leader.
But just notice.
Go on, hello.
When did Preece get in the lead? Was that under pits?
Yes, I think so.
Oh. I'm surprised Preece didn't run the modified race yesterday, to be honest. Very surprised. But I think he'd have had a lot of fun, and it would have also given him some more experience.
Still pushing out hard at the moment, isn't there? I'm liking the event that we're having so far. JT, it looks like we'll end this one behind the pace car, and it will be Ryan Preece, I think, taking stage 1. Oh, and our TV pictures are dead. Well, this goes well.
Everything's dead. Let's go.
Well, this is always a
Yeah,
fun thing. Go on.
Shootout, possibly, we shall see. Or even maybe a 1-lap shootout, because they like to do that. There goes Preece dropping down the order. So Blaney now back to the lead.
And welcome back to everyone listening in on USA. We are waiting to see if we are going to go back to the action. So, what happened? Who caused the caution? Well, let's go back and tell you what's happened with the NBC side-by-side drafts.
But the apron, which is in use, only about 1 degree, 3 degrees in the middle, 6 degrees up top, which leads to some crazy restarts, crazy racing.
Yeah, we're getting ready to see it restart, and you can see on the bottom of the racetrack, it's not even really the racetrack, it's the apron, but you are free by rule to race down there. It is less manky, but it's the shortest way around, and you can see how it's being used on the very first lap of the race, and everybody's trying to be a little careful. You can imagine at this late in the race how much more aggressive they're going to be, and you're going to be all over this racetrack.
If they move
it is a 1-lap dash for the end of this stage, by the way. To ask what happened in the chat, the 3 of Austin Dillon got into the back of the 51, spun him around, and almost took out the race leader, which is Ryan Blaney. Blaney's now gone back to the lead of this race, with Berry second, Logano third, Byron fourth, fifth for Hocevar, SVG.
One lap dash.
This
we
is going to
are
be fun.
going green for 1 lap.
Okay, 1 lap to come through. The lineup, JT. What do you think we're going to see? Crash, bang, wallop, or are they all going to behave?
We shall see Josh Berry on the inside, Ryan Blaney on the outside, but he's got Logano, another playoff car behind him, has Blaney, but we are getting ready to go. We head in towards turn 3. It's Hocevar on the inside of row 2, so 2 non-playoff cars on the inside, 2 playoff cars on the outside. Let's see what happens for a 1 lap dash to the end of stage 1, where we will go on caution, full caution for multiple laps once again.
Yeah, well, that's the way NASCAR goes sometimes. For 1 more lap to decide stage number 1. Logano pushes his teammate, the green flag falls, and we're a lap dash away from the end of the stage. Everyone trying to move up the inside line. That's Larson trying to get ahead of SVG, who's staying in that middle lane. Blaney's just taken off in the distance. Logano looks like he's going to outdraft around the outside for second place. Berry's dropping back. Byron's coming through. Hocevar takes the low line. He'll go late on the brakes trying to come into 3. SVG side by side has to move up because Hocevar blocks him. Larson will go around the outside, but stage 1 here, the Mobile 1 301 goes to Ryan Blaney with second place for Logano, third for William Byron, and 4th for Berry, 5th Hocevar, Larson, SVG, Bowman and Reddick, and Michael McDowell reached out the top 10. Stage 1 complete then, and this is going to be the action to come in for the rest of the day. JT, not bad. End of stage 1 then, and it's going to be good. What a day, JT, we're having so far.
Yeah, a bit of a, and I am going to say it, a bit of a quiet stage 1. Only that caution that we had near the end, so not really that much went on.
So, we're getting all set then for stage 2 to come through. And we'll have the action to come through. By the way, you're halfway in the IMSA 6 hours battle on the bricks. And you can keep an eye out on JB Motorsports as well. Delighted to have your company with us here tonight as the racing comes through. Jack, what did you make of stage 1?
Kind of alright, innit? That's all I really got, just kind of okay. Decent racing. The Penske so far appear to be the dominant force at the track. That's all I really got right now. Also, for those who aren't watching the IMSA race, definitely do, because the IMSA race has been absolutely incredible. I've been tuning into it every now and then. Really good physical racing.
Of course, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but here in New Hampshire, at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, we're in the stage break. If you're just joining us, welcome along to JB Motorsports, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, as the cars under caution head in towards turn 2, and we welcome back our viewers on USA ready for pit stop.
Let's head to NBC.
01 is the 301 laps of this race. The first race, the round of 12 in the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. We're in the stage break, so let's get some updates. Kim Kuhn, kick us off.
Yeah, and as we talk Hendrick Motorsports, they said they've been making some gains on these shorter, flatter tracks. Maybe we're seeing it here today. Kyle Larson currently running in the 6th position after starting 16th. And they did the math. They feel like they need to earn 23 points per race this round to move on. They made a little dent in that, grabbing a handful of stage points. Right now, though, Kyle Larson just saying little free on the bottom, greasy on top, but overall, it doesn't feel bad. Dylan?
Denny Hamlin had fallen back to nearly 15th at one point, was able to drive back to 11th and finish that stage. So a nice rebound, but the only problem is they didn't get any points there. And this is a team like many of the teams, but especially on this 11 team, very, very putting a lot of emphasis on this race and next week at Kansas. They don't want to go to the Roval in 3 weeks with very small of a points buffer, so trying to maximize their days the next 2 weeks, very critical, Marty.
Dylan, for Chase Elliott fans, some positive news. Back half of that run, Jeff mentioned it on the air. Chase Elliott was very strong. In fact, for a number of laps, he had the top 3 fastest car, and he told Alan Gustafson before that last stop, he said once it got going, it maintained really well. So Chase Elliott, who started 27th, already up to 16th, hoping to sneak into the top 10 by the end of stage 2.
Ryan Blaney proudly gets to drive the 12, but who are some who came before him? How about Hall of Bobby Allison? He won it at 25 times, including the 88 Daytona 500. Neil Bonnet won it at 3 times while driving for Junior Johnson. How about Ryan Newman and that 2008 Daytona 500 win?
So they're going to add brake once more, JT, as we get ready. What are you making of stage 2 coming up? What are we going to see?
Well, stage 2, of course, 111 laps to go. So we'll go in around maybe 105, 106 to go. So over 100 laps to stage. And, well, we were going to do it after the pits, but they've gone to add brake, so shall we do it now?
Go for it.
Let's take a look at the playoff points at the end of stage 1. So, after first stage points, but not projected points for finish, Byron is plus 31. Larson plus 28 alongside Blaney, who is also plus 28. Denny Hamlin plus 24, Bell plus 19 points. Briscoe plus 9, Logano plus 7, Elliott plus 4, and then the cut-off line with Bubba Wallace minus 4, Austin Cindric minus 5, Tyler Reddick minus 5, and Ross Chastain minus 6.
So there's the situation as it stands then coming in, as we are still with a couple more laps to go behind the pace car as they run in once more. Jack, stage 2, what are you thinking?
Hopefully a bit more exciting than stage 1. I realised I had my mic on mute, didn't even realise.
JC, what about you?
Yeah, just hopefully a little bit more exciting in stage 1, as Jack said, as we welcome back our viewers on USA, and a couple of cars coming down pit road. Pit road is open.
Let's head back over.
Back to racing. Stage 2. Beautiful afternoon. It's been really cool evenings and mornings up here, but the days have been fantastic and ideal to go racing in the playoffs. For these fans here on the most northern stop on the Cup Series Tour. It's been great. Truck's been here, the modifieds raced early yesterday morning.
You got to see him for the first time, Diff, the mighty mods.
I stood inside turn 1 and watched him. It was just fantastic. So
JT, you've been going about me and the modifieds for years, and now you want me to see some. They are cool things, aren't they?
Well, we do have modifieds in the UK, but not as good as the US modifieds, as they do know how to slide it about on the dirt, but it's just not that popular over here. We don't have the numbers, but for stock car racing and the F1s and the F2s, we do definitely have the numbers for that. We had 100 of them turn up at Mildenhall last Sunday. As V8 Hot Stocks was last night there, world final 329, Thomas Brighton winning it for the second time. But I shall shut up because there's a NASCAR Cup Series race about to get back underway for stage 2 here for the Mobile 1301.
Blaney on the high line, Byron down low into the Echo Park restart zone, and stage 2 is green here at New Hampshire, down towards turn 1. Now Logano on the outside line, going side by side with Byron. Blaney's got the lead through 1. It looks like Kyle Larson's trying to go up high, but gets blocked. Well, actually, I think he's the 11th there of Hamlin. I think he did coming out of it. Trying to see, yeah, Hamlin's got blocked out. Now he's been passed on the inside line. SVG's going for a move on Larson here. There's things you didn't expect us to say coming through into 1 and 2. A nice smooth restart then so far. 4 wide further back with Ty Gibbs trying to go on the inside with Bubba Wallace in the mix. But Blaney leads at the moment, JT, as he's still going side by side now on the inside of the 1 of Chastain, and he's through.
The number 4 of Gregson getting involved as well a little bit further back. Reddick and Hamlin. Also, Hamlin's dropped back a little bit, but here comes Gibbs up the inside of the 1 and the 4 to make it 3 wide. That's Chastain and Gregson, who I just mentioned, getting involved in the action. There is the 2 of Austin Cindric getting a little bit of a nudge, but further forward, it's Kyle Larson, who is defended from SVG, who is straight up the inside of SVG on Kyle Larson.
Yeah, good restart, Jack, as they come into it, but now on board with Hamlin with Bowman just ahead, and, well, I think he's braked so late that he caught Bowman by surprise.
Yeah, SVG's looking really fast today. It's surprising. As he's trying to battle with Josh Berry, he got a little bit loose, so I think he'll lose some speed down the front stretch. He's going to try and dive it in, though, to turn 1 again, trying to get ahead of Josh Berry, who's also having a pretty solid day.
And side by side still now SVG trying to make another move. It's up the inside this time with Josh Berry. SVG going for 5th, but Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson behind.
Yeah, Larson's coming through, and there's Reddick side by side with him as he comes over the line, then down towards turn 1. Round the outside, the 21 now making the move. So Berry still holding in that 5th position. SVG struggling down there as they try and come back through. They're touching. Oh, it's happened again! The 21 is spun around! He just can't catch a break in the playoff season! Caution's out again, and Berry's backwards once more. 4 races running. JT, if it wasn't a joke... Unbelievable.
Yeah, let's have a look. SVG. Well, Josh Berry wasn't really giving him the room.
No, I don't think he was. And oh, how lucky was Larson in that as well. And Reddick, who were right behind and almost wiped themselves out of the event. Caution is out.
So, USA are putting the blame on SVG there.
I am too. So.
Berry comes down on him, though.
He does kind of get up to him, though.
He accelerates too early, and that's what happens. For me, he accelerates too early.
Hang on, are we really
and that catches Berry. You can tell he tries to stay off him, though.
Yeah.
But are we
I think it's 60-40 SVG.
Are we really putting
that's my take.
Are we really putting the blame on a driver for accelerating into a corner at the exit? Berry was coming
there's
down
a car
low.
there, JB.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Berry's on the high line and he's coming to the path of SVG. What's SVG supposed to do when he's already in the acceleration zone? Look, he's alongside, and Berry just continues coming down low. He's squeezing SVG's. In my opinion, that's Berry's fault, not SVG's. I'll take the defensive different side. I'd love to see what the chat says about this, but I say that is Berry's fault, not SVG's, because Berry's come down on him.
Get back in there. Yeah, copy. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that, but came back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I can see SVG's point, right? He's on the bottom of the race here. Great shot right here.
There you go.
I feel like Josh Berry has the advantage. SVG throttles up, rolls the middle. The 21 comes down, and there's contact. And Josh Berry is trying to pinch him off to keep him from having momentum on corner exit, and they just make contact.
Yeah, okay, so they're saying now it's a racing incident, but how would you view that, Jack?
60-40 to SVG, to me. in that instance, I think it's the responsibility of the car behind to not just wipe out the guy in front.
JT?
At the end of the day, you know, it's more of a racing deal. It's unfortunate for Barry because he nearly pulled off a really good save.
It was really a very good save. Yeah, we'll have that. But what about you, JT?
It's 60-40, I think, to SVG.
Here's another angle of it.
There's not really much in it.
It's just the fact that he came down. I know SVG does accelerate up to it, but there's contact. Where did Berry think SVG was going to go? The spotter as well, I think, needs to take a blame there. So the caution's out for the third time today. The 21 and the 88 incident.
So, under caution, lap 15 of 115 in the stage, 85 of 301 in the mobile 1 301, because, well, that one makes all the difference. Your top three, Blaney, Logano, Byron, then Hocevar, SVG, Reddick, Larson, Hamlin, Bowman and Bell, your top 10. Then 11th down, Gibbs, McDowell, Gregson, Elliott, Chastain, Briscoe, Zane Smith, Keselowski, Wallace and Cindric, your last playoff car in 20th. Then 21st down, Reese, Haley, Gilliland, Suarez, Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon, Riley Hurst, Cole Custer, Cody Ware, Chris Buescher, and I just realised that it's all changing as cars come out of the pits as well, as the pits was open that time, so you can see it on your screen. And if you're listening to us on radio, there's not that much change from the order, just everyone up one place.
I take it then that we've been put on to USON, where the two Matthews are covering on USON. Good evening to you boys. Hope you're having a wonderful call in this one as we are coming through, as we go into it. And for instance, JT, do you know why my laptop's getting confused? Your text that you sent 10 minutes ago has just come through on the MacBook. So it's just crazy what's happening to with that on the systems as well. So, a reminder also to check in with the Grid Network's post-race show. That's on just after this action, 90 minutes after the conclusion of the Cup Series race. You're back with us if you're listening in on USA. And we are under caution once more. Let's check in with the team as we get ready for one to go.
Yes, spoke too soon again. Brought that one on ourselves. Well, to Jeff's point, racing is racing, and that was pretty tight, and SVG already apologised, and they'll have differing opinions on that, but just one of those things. Unfortunate for Josh Berry. He had been racing brilliantly. Great qualifying, great opening stage, and it was looking to be his turnaround in fortune after 3 very difficult playoff races.
I'm not sure how much damage the car has. I think, you know, there's still 215 laps to go. You know, as long as the splitter and everything is still intact on that 21 one.
Yeah, it looks like it is as well. Teams get ready for the restart. Blaney, Logano, Byron, Hocevar coming in with SVG still in P5. No, still can't hear. Okay, coming out of the last corner with Blaney and Logano. Back to green flag running. We go once more as they head down towards turn 1. Blaney on the outside, Byron still trying to go toe-to-toe with Logano as he comes through. Look at Hocevar swinging around the outside and going down low is the 45 almost off the track. Everyone getting through cleanly as they head down the back straight once more. And I think as well, we'll try you again, JT. It's sensible running as they move over the bumps into 3 with 4 wide mid-pack.
4 wide, and here comes Hamlin. It's Bowman,
Whoa!
Hamlin, Bell, Gregson.
Hamlin and Bell got into each other out of 4.
Yeah, Hamlin Bell getting a little bit contacty. Here comes Chase Elliott. Down the inside, round the outside, I believe that was getting involved. Justin Haley, who's up.
If this continues on, it'll be a yellow because these guys are not forming together, are they, Jack? They're just sort of all going nuts.
Are you not entertained?
That's
all I'm going to say. Are you not entertained? This is entertaining so far. As Reddit gets into the back there of SVG, moves him out of the way, says, I kind of need some positions, Mr. Van Gisbergen. He's to the inside of him, he's also to the inside of Bowman. He dives down there. Is he going to make it stick?
Just about. The 4 gets sent up high. The 48 side by side now as well as they come through. So the lead and the positions changing. Blaney's got 4/10 of advantage at the front to Logano, then Hocevar, Byron, Larson, Bowman, SVG. But the running's still together, JT. 2 compact. Nathan's entertained. 4 wide at New Hampshire. It's all looking strong as they head down the backstretch once more. Riding with Ty Gibbs behind the 4 of Gregson.
Yeah, down the inside, it was 71 of McDowell running the Justin Haley colours that was getting involved in that, as well as Bell still inside. It's Bell, Gibbs, Gregson. Gibbs gets into the side of Gregson. They get caught up. They get loose. Gibbs though nearly goes towards the 20. They're very lucky not to wreck there.
Yeah, and he only went on to 4, get into 1, and they're still door-to-door down the back straight towards turn 3. Gibbs in the centre line, just edging out ahead, but Bell is going to try the undercut as the 54 pushes the 4 up. We're watching with Denny Hamlin, who's directly behind this battle now as they continue on the 20 again. Door taps with the 54. They're getting very close, Jack, to spinning around. I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of contact there between the 54 and the 20, actually, as they battle with Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson and Ty Gibbs fought for the Xfinity title. They made a bit of contact there. They made a lot of contact during that title battle. Good to see them battling each other again for once, because you don't get to see that often, considering there's more contact. Jeez, guys. Oh, Gibbs just moved down and hit Bell.
Yeah, so now they're reacting to each other. Bell lifts out, goes up where Hamlin is, and look, Gibbs is perfectly lifting off. He's trying to block the 20. Hamlin's coming through as well. And now we've got the 6 of Keselowski and the 9 of Elliott closing in on this little fight as well. Hamlin now battling with the 20, and Keselowski's going to go through on the inside, and now Gibbs running on his own. JT, they're literally dogfighting out here at New Hampshire, and we thought this race would be dull.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski down the inside of Chase Elliott as Bell Hamlin involved. Hamlin tried to go low, then he checked up and realised that the 20 was there, passing him.
Yeah, I thought they made a bit of argy-bargy contact once again, side by side. Bell down low into turn 3. Hamlin trying to sweep and get the side toe off of Hamlin, if he off of Gibbs, just ahead of him if he can have a go. But Bell just there. Hamlin's right behind Gibbs, but can't get low to overtake him, Jack. So it's all just going crazy. As look at Bubba Wallace going to swing around the 1 and the 6 now with the extreme high line, but leaves himself vulnerable on the low line. Coming in from Chase Briscoe.
Here he goes, down the inside, dive bomb, here we go, 23 Toyota, the 2311, side of Ross. He makes a little bit of contact, but there's the 6 going around the outside as well. This is some brilliant racing.
This is close stuff as now Bubba slings down the inside at turn 1 on the 1, but the 19's got the traction, trying to bring it up high around the outside line, and Bubba having to come up to try and block him. And we're watching on the back with Keselowski now, JT. This is absolutely insane in green flag running. They've all just gone whatever. And look at the 19 coming out of nowhere, pulling up high, making it 3 wide in the backstretch. Bubba touches the side of Chastain, goes up to Briscoe, has to back out of it, and now that puts Haley in trouble.
Yeah, Justin Haley defending from the 2 of Austin Cindric, who comes round the outside.
I'm loving this race. New Hampshire moving, I think, was the right idea. This is epic stuff. Bubba taking the low line and the 19 going up high. Almost looks like they're going to come in pit lane, but that's not the case here. As the action still runs together. The 2 coming through. There's the 5 and the 24. So that's Larson moved ahead of Byron. So that's him up into 4th. Good stuff, JT, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're looking at the battle for fourth with Kyle Larson, William Byron further back, Cindric getting past Austin Dillon.
Look at Elliott now, just 2 below the cut line. Then we get Chastain, Wallace, and Cindric. JT, go for it. As they come through on the inside line. There's the 20 getting ahead of the 11, moving through. And again, still trying to help up the outside. Hamlin with traction on Bell. Swings up high. And I think as well, Jack, that's Hamlin in a better position.
Speaking of Hamlin, this is what he has to say over the radio. Does Ty know we're going for a championship? What the bleep? Ty's response to Christopher Bell on the radio was, you could leave me more room instead of driving into me about 5 times. So yeah, Bell wasn't particularly pleased with, Gibbs was not particularly pleased earlier with Bell, and Hamlin's just, as the senior member of the team, you could say, just venting his frustration.
This is going to be very interesting runs as they swing into it. As over the line, Ryan Blaney leading by 2.090 over the run. Logano second, Hosfar third, Larson fourth. The battle still going on in the mid-pack as we now take a look at the 10 of Ty Dillon getting lapped out there. As if you're watching us on USA, there's an ad break in progress. 42 just ahead now. Swinging in left, right and centre. Regan says 12 Blaney fan here from the Midwest. Cornfields, Wheatfields, Beanfield State as well. You're having a wonderful day out there because he's leading by quite a margin in front. And he's been strong all day. Just 2 leaders we've had in this race officially. The 22 and the 12 on our timing monitors out here. And just 3 cautions so far today. Oh, big whack! Into one, the 35 getting a bump. And nearly spinning
Kyle
around.
Busch, I think, that is.
Well, he was with Kyle Busch. Kyle just numped him into one. I don't want to say...
Kyle, I can tell, because he's in the Morgan & Morgan car, so I can tell.
Morgan & Morgan, American largest injury law firm, sponsoring the car. Quite ironic, actually, that you've got Kyle Busch. You should have
what a move.
It was fantastic. Underneath the 2 of them, down at turn 4, sweeps back through on the low line. Kyle Busch moves up into 31st position. That was beautiful.
I have permission to go off on this person in the chat real quickly who says we're false advertising.
It is a watch-along to come through. Thank you very much, Regan, for your compliments there. This is it's a watch-along for you to us here.
I don't know if you can read, but this is a watch-along, not a stream. We unfortunately cannot show the actual race. It is literally illegal. But don't get me wrong, if I could, I'm sure if we could, we would.
Oh, yeah.
But we can't, unfortunately. So you get to listen to us gap about it for about a few hours.
So the action continue on as you come back to us from USA. Blaney, Logano, Hosefar, Larson, Byron are running in the orders inside the top 5 as they come through. And let's take a replay quickly out here on the forward. This was the 8 just running into the back of the 35. And I think as well, as JT's now watching those pictures, he just got caught out because Riley Herbst just sort of got Nemechek and Custer side by side and then just all of a sudden just breaks mid-straight and catches Busch out of completely nowhere.
Yeah, that was just a train effect, and everyone getting caught up as continuing round we go. This is Hamlin trying to get past Gibbs, gives him a little nudge as well. As now on board with Ty Gibbs down in towards turn 3. And Hamlin up the inside of Gibbs now. Bell also getting involved.
Side by side, Gibbs round the outside and swoops it back through. So Gibbs moves ahead, and now is the 20 going to come in. Gibbs is impressing me tonight as well, Jack. He's got a bit of momentum and a bit of gumption about him. We keep saying when's his first sort of victory going to come, and you've got to think if he can stay strong tonight, is it going to be now?
Oh, Denny's using him up. I think Denny's expressing a bit of displeasure there with the way that Bell got raced. Ty, you don't need to be racing this aggressively, dude.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Oh, hang on a minute. He's pitted him. He's pitted him.
I thought that was going to happen.
And now Bell got in the mix, and the 54's gone around. I don't believe what I've just witnessed. He actually punted him off. Caution out. Well, that's just nonsense.
I'll say he didn't have it coming.
But that's nonsense.
The way he was racing those two.
That's just ridiculous.
I don't know if a full-on punt was needed, but...
Yeah.
I don't know if that was needed, but I can't say I didn't expect it.
There we go. Rewind my TV.
Yeah, the 11 punch.
Replay the radio message of Ty Gibbs.
Leaders was off of 4.
Look at him shake his head on the bottom left. Danny Hamlin's frustration. That move in 3 and 4. Now look, the 54 raced him hard, but Danny got all the way up there and then raced him up.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Denny or is that...
That was Ty talking about Denny.
Gee. I think Denny is just frustrated that Ty is racing him so hard when he's not fighting for anything. He races Bell really hard, and I think Denny, quite frankly, just had enough and punted him round.
Well, that's just annoying, really.
That was Denny about Gibbs.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
The way Gibbs was racing, I'm not surprised Denny eventually took exception to it. I don't know if dumping him was justified, but I definitely don't think... I think he definitely needed to move him. Gibbs is waiting.
No.
Or is he stuck?
He hasn't moved, I don't think, from where he was. 74 in this stage to go. I don't know if we're firing him, he just can't swing back around. What did Denny ask the team? Are they afraid to talk to him? Oh.
That's Grandpa right there. No Gibbs.
Ty's going to be spun around to come into it. Not the way I was thinking that this race was going to go. Radio.
That's what I feel like. They're just scared of them. I don't know the answer to that right now. I'm just focused on trying to get the 11 the best finish. We'll talk about it after, I promise.
Great work by the crew chief of getting his driver focused. Chris Gale hears him. He doesn't antagonize him. He doesn't fire him up. He goes, I don't know the answer to your question, but right now we need to get the 11 the best finish possible. 189 to go in New Hampshire. I like that. Some experience on the 11. New combination with DH and Chris Gale. I like what Chris had to say there.
Those issues aren't going to be solved today.
No,
the race. It's better off just saying, all right, say nothing. Just say nothing. You know a conversation is coming. You know what's going to happen, and just nothing productive is going to happen at the racetrack today.
Game on.
Was that the radio from Ty Gibbs?
Look, this is going to be a huge moment at Joe Gibbs Racing. It just simply is. You
Absolutely.
have a family member that's racing, right? That's always a little tense. His frustration is, hey, just push me to the garage. That's what he's asking for. Is don't hook me up, just push me. The wrecker's trying to hook him, but this is a moment
I have no
that they're going to have to work through. And it's not going to be easy on either side. And Joe Gibbs, this is where leadership is going to have to come through.
Pit lane's open. Kim Kuhn is standing by. Kimmy?
Yeah, good news for Kyle Larson fans. The driver of the number 5 say balance feels really good. Thinks he would actually be equal to 22 if he got ahead of Hocevar. No major changes for Larson. You see William Byron, that chassis adjustment right there, just too tight. He said, I cannot go, Marty.
Kim Carr's pitting with 72 laps to go in stage 2, so this would pretty much equal the run in stage 1. Ryan Blaney said overall, not much to complain about, a little less rear grip on entry, but that's my only complaint. Joey Logano said we're better on exit, but I need more turn in the center, and a strategy play by James Small, right side tires only. Look at that, they gained 15 spots on pit road, Lee.
That'll help. That'll help big time. And we are under caution again for this. Teammates coming together. And it's the beginning of a big conversation.
Yeah, Jack, what's your take on that?
I just saw what Denny was annoyed about on Twitter. Yeah, what happened about a lap earlier is that Ty basically entered low and then slid up high straight afterwards to block Denny.
Oh.
Now Denny doesn't like being blocked like that. So, and then when Ty raced him hard off the corner the very next lap, Denny took exception to it and spun him out. It's been a while since I've seen Denny wreck someone intentionally, so it's refreshing.
He definitely did beat today's favourite driver so far, didn't he, JT? Is that too harsh? On the nose? On the bubble? Just to bring you up to date with what's happening in the IMSA race, it's getting very feisty with 2 hours and 20 minutes to go. You can take a look on all that on JB Motorsports as well on our YouTube channel with all the watch-along data. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's watching on today, though, and hopefully you're all enjoying it and enjoying our brilliant race we're having here today. It's surprising me like crazy what we're going to expect, but still, we love it. Hope you love it too back at home. JT, your thoughts going into the next stage?
Well, we'll see what happens. We're currently lap 45 of 115 in stage 2. We'll come up to the line, and the pace car lights do not turn off, which means we are not on 1 to go at the moment, even though we did go to the camera they used for the choose. But we shall see when we get back going a little bit later on.
Jack, I'm just looking at the order. Bubba Wallace now 22nd and sort of last on that cut line. So that's going to be something to watch out for.
Bubba could be a strong contender. He could be a very... He's been a surprise for me. To be fair though, he has been consistent all year. Generally been in the top 16, generally the entire year, so I don't think I should be as surprised actually as I was about Bubba's speed.
Let's head down to the team.
This season he came so agonizingly close. Yesterday he said to me, like, you get your forefinger and your thumb together. He said, I was this close, and I said, it's coming, and he said, I know. We did really well as a group. All 3 cars were up there towards the front last weekend in Bristol, so it's frustrating, but it's still in that building process. And lots of positives, for sure.
It's got feisty. It's been aggressive. The whole race has been aggressive.
It's got feisty.
Cheers.
Look at this front row. Chase Briscoe, 2 tires, trying to find a way to get some track position. And how is this going to mix up the field? You know, if that line doesn't go in 1 and 2, what will be the effect of that? Marty?
Jeff just chatted with James Small about that decision to go with right side tires only. They had a bad pit stop on their first stop of the race, and they just could not go anywhere. So James said, hey, listen, if we net out of the back half of the top 10 by making this call, I'd call that a win for us. So see, sometimes you got to make a gamble like this, knowing, hey, I'm not going to stay in the lead, but if I can stay in the top 10, that's a win.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, you know, and I don't think I have the answer, is there have been races here where you change just the lefts because the lefts were a big contributor to the overall drive. Now the rights are much softer. James Small obviously had this in his mindset.
Yep, we're getting ready to go, JT, for another run. Look at everybody watching on the pit wall, trying to work out the data. Who's going to break? Who's going to go where? The battle is nearly restarting, JT.
Yeah, and we will head into the restart zone now. It's Logano inside, Briscoe outside.
Green flags, back out, away we go once more. We'll now watch for Blaney. What's he going to do? He's side by side with Larson. The top 3 can go into a mix through 1 round the outside. That's getting a bit tight for Comfort. 4, 5 wide mid-pack contact, and the Keselowski spins around SVG, and contact 4 in the wall, including
Suarez
the 99.
up in the air.
The 7's in there too. It's all happened immediately at turn 2, and that was the pincer effect happening.
Suarez got up off his 4 wheels and bounced in the air.
He's
a
done.
little bit like the stocks carts we were watching a little bit earlier on, JB, but not in the way that those stocks carts do. here on the British short ovals. They were at Bradford at Odsall Stadium. But first, let's have a look at the replay. They just sandwiched against the wall, didn't they?
Keselowski went for a move that was never there. Pins round S3G. Everybody manages to avoid them until they get right up towards the wall, and that's where Suarez, as well, Haley got involved with it as well. I swear I saw Custer in that as well. But yeah, Jack, not great. Everyone just sort of slamming back into them.
I don't know exactly why Brad decided it was a good idea to go for that move, but it wasn't.
I hate to say it, that is a little bit laughable what just happened.
Yeah, 5 wide in turn 2. Is he blind?
Look at how the 99, if we get to see it again, look at how the 99 jumps up in the air. Here is from the aerial camera. Look at Keselowski trying to go down the inside. He hits the wall, which then puts him up into SVG. Watch the 99 behind. He tries to avoid. It's the orange car there. Bang.
Oh. So the 8, the 99 in there too. 88, 699, but there was more involved coming through. Just the pincer manoeuvre. Suarez has gone to the garage, so he's BTW. Oh, it's just where does
Why go for that?
It's
Why? It makes no sense.
To quote Dinner Ladies, which is a popular UK sitcom, he's gone straight
you watch
full.
sitcoms.
Yeah, he's gone straight full speed down into a cul-de-sac. Where is he supposed to go?
Yeah, watch the 99. You may be able to see it through the smoke.
Bunny hop.
Oh, look at that. I have never seen a car get airborne at New Hampshire before.
How did it even happen? Let's take a look. Did he come out the wall, then he jumped? I think he just crouched into the wall, didn't he? And that's what jumped him.
Probably bounced off of someone's wheel.
Here we go. This will be the better angle we need to see. Well, we know Keselowski's got damage. Did he bounce off Keselowski? Yes, he did.
He bounced off of Bush as well.
And the 7.
Haley.
Yeah.
Haley.
88's gone behind the wall.
Here's Ross Chastain.
Oh, just lifts. He got through that by the skin of his teeth. Here's that aerial camera again.
VG to the garage.
5 wide. Keselowski. I can't defend that from Brad. I can't. That was idiotic.
I can't. I don't think it was intentional like the one earlier, but that was just moronic is the word I would use from a guy who, considering you're a Cup Series champion, he should know better. I think this is Suarez's on board. Here it is.
Yeah, he did get jumped over that wheel. JT was right. He jumped over Haley's front right wheel.
I hope his back's all right.
That's true.
That's going to hurt.
Here's Kyle Busch.
That's going to hurt, that is.
Oh, Busch hit SVG square on. Well, caution's out for a 5th time today inside 120 laps here at New Hampshire.
Yeah, just having a look at the replay of that Daniel Suarez. Yeah, just got straight in. That's why the front left wheel is messed up from Suarez. And now, well, I've seen a lot of rollovers going over wheels on the short oval, so I think when I see a car do that, I think I know when it's over a wheel or not. Because yeah,
Briscoe, mate? You know,
especially in the stock cars and all the bangers that we have over here in the UK, when they, especially the Nissan Micras, and now this is going very, very deep into it, but the Nissan Micras, when you hit the back of a Nissan Micra, the back boot goes in, and that
jumps it.
That exposes the rear axle of the Nissan Micra. It can still move, but once it exposes the Nissan Micra and the bodywork gets pushed beyond the rear axle, so the rear axle is behind the rear bodywork, then that's how they jump over. But even if you hit the side of a car the wrong way, that is how you get airborne and roll over. Anyway, we are doubled up side by side, and we shall get going. But it's Joey Logano on the inside. Chase Briscoe is your control car. He chose the outside lane. So Joey Logano moves from third to second, taking that inside lane. Carson Hocevar goes from second to third, taking that outside. Blaney goes from fifth to fourth. So everyone just moved up one or down one, depending on where they go as they head down in towards turn 3. We'll be starting on lap 54 of 115 of the stage. We'll be starting lap 124 of 301. The pace car will pull into pit road as we head in towards turn 4 of the Magic Mile here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The pace car will pull off now and is off the raceway, and we head to the restart zone.
And it's Briscoe on the outside, taking the green flag. Logano doesn't get going. It's going to have to get a punt from Blaney. That's going to give the outside a chance coming in from Carson Hocevar to take second position. Let's hope we don't get another repeat of what we just saw a few laps ago. Everyone making it through turn 2 cleanly this time by. There's a bit of bodywork being thrown up in the mid-pack, but Briscoe's got the lead of the race as they come down. Logano in second, and Kyle Larson fighting his way back up into third position, having a much better run and a much better go. And Blaney still making through wide. Go again.
Hocevar got in towards Logano, and that's why we're 3 wide, with Hocevar in the middle, Logano on the outside, Blaney on the inside. Larson, what a move around the outside on the restart. Blaney getting into the back of Hocevar. Hocevar causing chaos.
This is fantastic. Go on, Hocevar. He's on the inside to get out of Logano. Tractions it out, coming out of 3 and 4. Puts pedal down to the metal. Drifts up, gets ahead. Logano's almost in the wall. Hocevar pulls it down low. This is spectacular, Jack. And Suarez is out of the race.
I'm just waiting for these two to collide, because I think they will. As far as I know, these two don't particularly like each other. So, there is that.
This is brilliant. Keep it going. Hocevar still on that low line. Logano, middle lane. Now they're drifting up wide towards the wall exit of turn 4. Briscoe leads Larson, and all of a sudden Kyle Larson's into the fight for some reason in this battle of the race. Oh, and the touch at Logano is hitting side by side with Hocevar coming out of 2, JT.
Yeah, this battle for third, Logano and Hocevar. Up the inside is Hocevar, trying to get that third position away. But meanwhile, side by side to the lead, Briscoe and Larson. Larson tried to go up the inside of Briscoe in turns 3 and 4. Wasn't able to do it. Here comes Hocevar once again down the inside of Logano, but Blaney now down to the inside of Carson Hocevar, out of 2.
Down we go once more. Hocevar won't put up too much of a fight here because he knows he's got the advantage on the straightaway to undercut and get back through. Briscoe still defending hard. Look, there's the advantage, as I said, to come through. Battling still going on. Lap 128. 173 to go as they battle side by side. Briscoe, Larson, Logano, Hocevar, Blaney, Reddick, Busher, Byron, McDowell, Bell, the top 10 as things currently stand in this race.
Still battling for the lead, Briscoe and Larson. Larson fell back a little bit and battle for 4th. Hocevar and Blaney we go full screen with now, as Blaney tried to go around the inside of Hocevar, exit 4, wasn't able to. We look further back to Christopher Bell under pressure from Busher, while Bell is under trying to attack Byron, but here comes McDowell down the inside of Busher, the same battle, and he's able to get the position still side by side. He's just got his nose ahead, but will get the whole shot in towards turn 3.
Still this race going mental as the leaders are running away at the front by half a second, but the battling behind is just as exciting, bizarre, as we watch Busher in 10th position. Side by side, there goes the 48 of Alex Bowman, JT.
Down to Kim.
Kim.
And they asked him what his steering wheel was doing. He said it was further to the right, so that steering offset a little bit off. The pictures didn't look bad, and because of the number of lead lap cars, they elected to keep him out. Adam Stevens telling him it might drive a little freer on entry because of that bit of damage, but right now doesn't seem to impairing him because, again, running in the 8th position.
It's getting close.
Thanks very much, Kim. As they continue on with more overtaking, and Ross Chastain under attack from Noah Gragson in 14th position as this racing continues. Nathan says, I wonder how Denny, Christopher Ty get past this. Does Joe talk to all three of them? They settle it out. If they do, they handle it on track. I'm curious if Joe's grandson, Denny, because it's Joe's grandson, that Denny Rex, getting in as well. Regan says, Briscoe, come on now, get up, boogity, boogity, boogity. They come into it. Tiger saying that Bush should retire. Dude has lost it completely. Keep your chats coming through.
Three wide.
Oh, yeah, mid-pack.
Now 4 wide, possibly. Gregson getting involved, but Chase Elliott, Hamlin were the ones 3 wide with Busher. Now Gregson up onto the inside of Busher. Meanwhile, Larson trying to go up the inside for the lead. They're side by side for the lead. Not anymore.
Yeah, 5 in a foot, but through middle lane for Briscoe. Larson's going down low, sweeps on into 2, tries to get the traction out, puts it pedal down. They're going to touch. They do touch, and it's nearly the 19 into the wall. Just avoids it. The 5 through on the inside, down low into 3. Logano's coming back up with Hocevar. I think Larson's going to try and lead this lap if he can just get the traction, and he's done so. Larson leads, and now Briscoe having to defend against Joey Logano down into turn 1, JT.
Logano very nearly washed up into the side of the number 19 of Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe on the outside line. Logano on the inside. Hocevar just behind to try and get through as well. Logano moves up into second in 1 lap. Chase Briscoe down from 1st to 3rd. As now the top 5 have closed in. Here comes Hocevar and Blaney up the inside of Briscoe, looking to make it 3 wide. They don't at the moment, but Hocevar, Blaney side by side across the line.
This is amazing racing, Jack, right now, as we see Blaney and Hocevar on side by side through 1 and 2. This race is coming alive, and we didn't expect it to.
It's definitely chaotic, I'll give it that. The racing's definitely better than I was expecting. But I want to give some context to Logano and Hocevar's battle. When Logano won his first Cup race, at this very race, was it New Hampshire or was it Dover? I think it was Dover, actually. In 2009, Hocevar was 6 years old. That is mental to think about. And they were just battling each other for the top 5. Meanwhile, here is Logano, who has caught up to race leader Kyle Larson. Haven't said that combination of words in a while.
No, both of them have been having a dodgy season so far. Larson jumps over the bumps on the entrance into 3 and 4. Now we're seeing if Logano can undercut him and get the traction, the side-by-side over the backstretch into the control line, down to turn 1. Logano inside and low, and Logano retakes the lead for the first time since lap 52 of this event, JT.
Here comes Larson again. Joey Logano, of course, became the youngest winner in Cup Series history when he won the 2009 Lennox Industrial Tools 301 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway at 19 years and 35 days old. So yes, his first Cup Series win was here at New Hampshire, and a history at making one at that as well. But Logano back in front by nearly half a second. Here comes Briscoe round the outside of Kyle Larson, trying to, but Briscoe moving up to the outside line allowed Blaney to look up the inside, but they're all still single file.
Still pushing it hard in this race. There's a lot of delta and time remaining as we now see Briscoe trying to look up high line into turn 3 and 4. He has to still defend against the 12 of Blaney as he comes down to turns 1 and 2. The 12's on the inside line. The 19 just lets him go through and tries to get the slipstream off the 5 to keep in this 3-way battle for second position.
Yeah, and Larson still leading this battle here. Ryan Blaney and Chase Briscoe behind. But these 3 battling is now allowing Carson Hocevar to catch back up, which he will do now. But here comes Blaney, currently in 3rd, trying to get up the inside of Larson in towards turn 1 to take 2nd away. He's got his nose ahead in towards 1, now into 2. He gets his full car ahead and will slide up to block Kyle Larson. Blaney up into 2nd.
As they come into it, still battling, still chasing here as the 19 sweeps down low. The 5 of Larson nearly touching the barrier there, Jack, and a little bit more dramatic than we were expecting out there tonight.
Yeah, I was just waiting to see if Briscoe's going to get into the back of him. He is going to get to the side of him, though, I think. Here goes Briscoe, side by side, the 2 dirt racers, in one case, former dirt racer, side by side with each other. Briscoe trying to take the high line here, probably trying to get more exit speed so he can be down the front stretch. Hocevar's also got a nice little front row seat, probably enjoying his day.
Yeah, well, it's one of those days, isn't it, where you can enjoy it, you can have the advantage, and you just go, sure thing, I'll look after you, don't worry. You're back with us on USA with 73 of 115 in stage 2 here. This is fantastic stuff. As they come in once more, we're watching now Larson under attack from the 19 and JT time and time again. It's getting a bit interesting to see if Larson can actually try and win this race and get through to the next stage with this win.
Yeah, absolutely. As Hocevar now continuing round. Here we go. And that gap increasing now, where here comes Hocevar back down to try and close down on the number 19.
Still in the battle as they come through. Welcome to everybody watching in. As apparently radio commercials have been on. Oh dear. And this we run commercial free here on JB Motorsports, so we always bring in the action. And that is pit road with the 54.
54 made repairs. He's back on pit road working on his car.
If you just joined us, this is why. He's hit the wall coming out the back again, so Ty Gibbs has made a secondary mistake, JT. So he's
and he was in the grass as well at the bus stop.
Oh my god.
The car's done. Back.
He's having a bad time of it, isn't
Car
he?
is done.
Still in a battle to come into it.
So the JG...
I thought we were going to hear a pit crew message coming into it. As they come back in. Logano leading from Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson, 1, 2, 3. Hocevar 4th, Briscoe 5th. Byron, Bell, McDowell. Let's take in with Logano, Marty.
You know, it's interesting, Lee, when you kind of get inside the mind of Paul Wolfe and Joey Logano about how they approach the playoffs. Paul Wolfe has been telling Joey Logano about the round of 12 once they advanced in Bristol last Saturday night. This is the race where we have to make it happen at New Hampshire. The tire test went terrific for us. He told Joey earlier this week, listen, Kansas, mile-and-a-half track, we cannot count on that track. Road courses have not been our strength this year. You have to get it done today at New Hampshire.
42's around, into the wall.
Nemechek.
Caution's out once again for the 6th time today. He's gone into the wall, exit of turn, well, it's actually in the middle of 3, so it's at the middle of 3 he's gone round. He'll reverse it and bring it down pit road, JT, but it looks like, well, the front right looks like it's actually gone up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I think he's out of it.
The right front is hopping, so suspension looks like it's done. That's one of the signals to say that suspension is broken. Look at the rear right, and yeah, that car's done, I believe.
Let's take a look at it once more. Jack, talk us through it as it comes through. He's batting with
He's
a
racing
35.
with Riley Herbst.
Oh.
And he just loses it on entry. That's a massive hit as well. I've never seen a car hit the wall that hard at New Hampshire. Is there any contact, or does he... Oh, he wheel hops it.
Yeah.
That's what happens, he just wheel hops it.
It's that bump
And
again.
then around he goes, nearly collects a playoff driver, I think that is, in Austin Cindric.
It's that bump again on entry into 3. Go on,
Airborne again.
Yes, second car to get airborne tonight.
That's some hard hits today.
Safer barrier aren't really proving safe, are they? Oh, he almost wipes out the 2 of Austin Cindric, who's running last in the run of 12.
Now it's better to hit the safer barrier and go a little bit airborne than hitting a concrete barrier and coming to a complete stop.
Ask Ryan Priest. Ask Ryan Newman. So
It's also better to roll instead of coming to a complete stop. Ask Ryan Priest.
Ryan Priest had a lot going for him, hasn't he, down there at Daytona. I still love it after, was it this year or last year's 500, where he changed his profile picture to an astronaut. Oh, such a hard hit. The rear getting loose and jumping in. Right, let's check in with the team.
So now the rear just has no grip, and around it goes, and Cindric, really nice job.
For my love.
If the 35...
What, sorry?
Jump for my love. Jump in.
Jump in!
You look at the 35.
Look, it's 4%.
Jump by Van Halen
4%
playing
right
now.
there.
The Herbst, makes the corner. My point is, he's not going 10 miles an hour too fast. It just proves that as soon as that 42 gets backwards, he looks like he's going 20 miles an hour faster than he needs to be. Oh, here we go. Listen.
He already downshift.
Yeah, it sounds to me that
almost like a mixture of a downshift and the bumps all at the same time. Everybody's on pit road. Kim.
Including Kyle Larson. That balance kind of going away. He said it's tight enough that it's affecting his corner speed. Just front is numb, but he also burned off his rear, as you see, right side tires only, Marty.
Ryan Blaney said, I lost a little bit of rear drive at the end of that run. I might have hurt the tires trying to get through traffic a little bit quicker. Joey Logano pits from the lead. He said it never freed up for me, but he told Paul Wolf, I'm afraid to make any changes chassis-wise. Right sides only for the 22 of Joey Logano, and hold serve here on pit road, and a number of just 2 tire changes.
Jeff Burton, you called it. Everybody would have their eyes on the 19 and success of 2 tires, and I believe that was the reason a lot of guys called for the same thing.
Under caution for this huge impact from John Hunter Nemechek. 35 to go in stage 2. Back in a moment.
So what are you making of it, JT? What are we going to be in for with closing in as we passed half distance now in this race?
It's been a dramatic stage, hasn't it?
I'm loving it. Jack, what about you?
Fairly entertaining, to be honest, to watch. The chaos is definitely helping as well. We're still not even at the end of stage 2. But actually, hold on. We are now halfway.
And somebody...
Race is now official.
I'm not going to do the joke because we've already done so many today, but I suppose it'd be rude if I don't too. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Living on a prayer.
I've grown to love that song, to be honest. I used to
good.
hate it so much.
It's very good. Very, very, very good.
Probably the only Bon Jovi song I actually know, though.
Happy wedding anniversary, by the way, to Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bon Jovi, who celebrate 1 year today with their lovely baby daughter. We are all on holiday, as far as I know. I know I probably should get that.
Is he
in.
like the son of
Jake
John Bon Jovi?
Yes, he is. Yes,
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Obviously, I know who Millie Bobby Brown is. She's in Stranger Things.
For like 1 billion years. How?
Which I have never even watched, by the way.
I forgot even what. Oh, Gibbs going to work to continue. Gibbs will go to the garage to continue work. That's the statement that's just come in from our socials as well. Nathan says, my favourite Bon Jovi song is Wanted Dead or Alive.
I'll check that out at some point. Because I've never really been a huge fan of that style of music, to be honest.
I always preferred Meatloaf. We're getting ready to go side by side. I can't reply.
Yeah, usually.
Go on, let's have a caution. Go on.
Yeah, usually when I listen to, like, I hate to use the term hair metal, but that's basically what it was. And when I listen to that style of music, I generally like a bit of Motley Crue, personally. I think they did that style better than anyone.
This was Chase Elliott down on pit road and leaving with the fuel rig still attached, JT.
I stayed in his pit area, thank God.
tackle it to the ground. Now, John is a former center at UNLV. In fact, Shane Steichen was his quarterback at UNLV, and he said, I was not going to let go of that can. I was going to take it to the ground no matter what. He said, I'm not proud of that, but no penalty. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's good news. And, well, former football players know how to tackle to the ground. Let's see what happens. Let's have the resumption then of stage 2. We've just passed half distance. We've got more to come in this stage. Green flag's going back out. Logano v. Larson off the front row. Away we go. Green flag's back out. Larson's caught napping there by as well. Bell did not push him hard. Logano has the advantage coming through one. Larson taking that low line, and Byron staying in 3rd position. Bell goes to 4th, JT, as they head down the back straightaway. And before we come to you, let's listen in with the 20.
All clear. Double wide behind you, goodbye 2, nearly 3.
This is Tab Boy, the spotter for Christopher Bell.
Well, maybe next.
Yep, and not much going on actually coming on that one, JT, but still a better run so far as we have Logano, Larson, Byron, Bell, Hamlin, 5 playoff drivers inside that top 5.
Yeah, absolutely, as we head now round. And Hamlin, Bowman side by side with 3 wide further back. Bubba Wallace in the middle of that.
The car getting loose further back as well in the rear of the field. Couldn't see who it was, but Blaney lifting off. We've got Briscoe coming in. We've got cars out of position because of pit stops now, so the field split up massively.
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate, by the way, listening to the spotters. I really find it fascinating the work they put in. Not only letting guys know who's around them, but what's like behind them as well. And just talking to the drivers. I think, especially on super speedways, it's very important.
I think it's very critical, isn't it, JT, actually, to have that information to come through.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with what Regan saying, don't leave the door open to come through as well. So it's about Hamlin. Keep all your chats coming through. Have a great conversation, guys, and enjoy it. As here's that replay, and it was Berry getting in with contact down the back straightaway, and Ty Dillon, Jack nearly getting loose. That was the contact we spotted.
Hell of a save that. Look at this from Ty Dillon. I thought he was going to go around twice there. Unbelievable save. Also, hey, nice job, guys. We've just hit 1,000 concurrent viewers.
Welcome, everybody. As Chastain now goes down low, trying to get ahead of Hamlin. Looping back through. Elliott, by the way, who started this race at the back, is running now in P8, JT, as he continues on. And he's got himself back in, because now Chase Elliott is 7th in the cut line.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're now looking at Denny Hamlin and Chastain, 8th and 9th on board. Now we go down the back straightaway towards turn 3.
And we're riding with Kyle Busch, who is a lap down, but in 31st position. So Austin Cindric now in 26th place, by the way, in the playoffs. He's our lowest driver, with Ty Dillon now in 25th. Logano leads, though. 5 lead changes we've had so far tonight as they come into it. As they've gone to ad break over on USA. And they're back now. So they're just staying quiet for some reason out there. Still running straight through this. Busch again. JT still looking strong. As we're seeing Bowman, Elliott, Hamlin, Chastain, Blaney, Reddick, Briscoe running in 7 to 12.
Want to hear Lee? So you go first.
Yeah, go on, JT.
Yeah, as Ty Gibbs out of the car side by side, Briscoe look down side by side, and I thought, are we going down pits? So no, not. No. So down we go the front straight. Berry side by side with McDowell now.
What a day Josh Berry's had. Really promising opening stage, and then got tagged by Van Gisbergen, got turned around, got sent to the back, stormed his way forward again, and still is running in a really strong 13th place.
Really is a strong position as they come down. 139 laps to go. Briscoe's going up high. Berry's coming back into this mix as well. And now Briscoe's on the back of Larson. No, that's Reddick in the 45 bullet just coming through. So making the moves come through. Yeah, that's my mistake not looking because they've got so similar liveries this weekend in the setting sun. But so far looking so good.
Yeah, side by side, Briscoe and Reddick go now. Here comes Berry trying to capitalise on as well.
45 losing out on traction down that back straight away. Not the way we wanted to go. So Logano, Larson, Byron, Bell, Hocevar, that's the top 5. Bowman, Elliott, Hamlin, Blaney, Chastain takes the top 10 as we ride with Christopher Bell in 4th position. Chasing down Byron. And don't forget, Bell is in the playoffs as things stand after such an impressive season so far this year. Really has been. Many people, Jack, saying, could this finally be Bell's season for a championship? He's been looking so strong. And he was my pick for the championship as well.
The last 2 years, Bell has looked incredibly strong and is a championship contender every single year, in my personal opinion. I will say one thing, though. Gibbs, on the radio, after he got wrecked, said 2 words, just to let you know. I just found this out. Game on.
Oh dear, JT. No, never game on.
I will pay money to have that JGR competition meeting streamed live. 'Cause I want to see it.
Well, yeah, as we go side by side, Berry, Briscoe. Briscoe just in front. Berry just behind, down in towards turn 3 with the one of Ross Chastain in front.
And Chastain taking that low line. Briscoe having 2 bites of the cherry to try and get the exit there of turn 3. Holds on nicely. Hamlin running in through turn 1. 19 to go in stage 2 then here of the Mobile 1 301. So far, so good in a calm, interesting race, I'd say. It's certainly one to watch as they contend. Chastain now. Let go, Briscoe back through on the tag nav Hamlin. There's Ryan Preece battling with Austin Dillon in there as well as Noah Gragson. So this is the battle in 18-19 in the field end, well 17-18-19. Down low. Dillon trying to come up high on the loop around 2. Preece has got no traction at all. Exit the corner, they go level still. Doing a punt from the 4, but it's not close enough, so Preece still stays alongside. Now we're looking at Ryan Blaney battling with Elliott over 7th position, with Bowman in 6th just ahead, but this is playoff battles right now between Blaney and Elliott through turn 1. I know it's unfair to say that Bowman's not doing anything, but he's just sort of holding the pair of them up mid-corner, trying to find that traction together. Nemechek is out of the care centre. Elliott goes through on the right. Blaney goes through on the left, Jack, and now Bowman's left. And Blaney's going through as well on Elliott.
Blaney with some real speed here. The Penske's have all, apart from Austin Cindric, have looked really strong all day. It's been really just the Penske show, and we're all just the audience.
Still looking in stronger and stronger as we return to USA. You're back with us if you're watching stateside on USA. Logano, Larson and Byron is 1, 2, 3. Hocevar 4th and Bell in 5th. But Logano leads by his biggest margin so far today at 1.3 seconds. We've had 5 lead changes in this race so far and 5 different leaders. Logano is a repeat. Here's Nemechek.
I've had the last few weeks getting into turn 3 under the 35 there. I don't know if just when I hit the bumps, but it automatically just turned sideways, and I was kind of along for the ride. So I hate it. We were making ground on it all day, kind of getting better track position-wise, and now we're going home with a wrecked race car. So we'll be back next week in Kansas.
Oh, good to hear he's okay. That was a big hit. those things hurt. It's easy to see a guy get out and go to the infield care center, but those hits like that tend to stick with you.
Yeah, it was a big knock, wasn't it, JT, over the back? I'm surprised, actually, that there's not any damage to, as Jack mentioned, about his back, because it was a big, big, big hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, good to hear that he is okay, but let's go down to Marty.
Elliott, and the car just gets better the longer they seem to run. Jeff, I love what you said in Countdown to Green as Alan Gustafson watches on. You said if you're not going to win in this round, it's all about points in this round. Chase Elliott in the first round only got 4 stage points the entire round. He's in a position right now to tie what he's done so far in the playoffs with 4 points right here, and that could be 4 critical points for this 9 team, Jeff.
It really could. Remember, he qualified 27th, so it was a real possibility that he could get no stage points today, but they did a nice job with strategy, 2 tires here. They had a good car, got up to about 14th, 15th. They kind of stalled out, so good decision to try 2 tires to get some stage points.
100%, as we're now seeing Hamlin battling with Bowman, who's sending it right round the outside. Should get the traction coming out of 4. Hamlin's down low into 1. Bowman's going to give him just enough room to try and sneak back through, and Hamlin has snuck back through on the inside line, JT. So not the overtake he was looking for. As my mic's got a bit weird.
Absolutely, as continuing to circulate, we go now. Hello.
My mic went weird, sorry, over to you.
Yeah, and well, side by side with Briscoe, Bowman. Briscoe gets a little loose as Berry is behind him, giving him a little nudge. They all come across the line, start 10 to go in this second stage. Let's go down to the pits.
To close this year, they want to continue to grow this team into a championship winning team. They're better this year than last in almost every statistical category, and today, as we said, is a good example of that. This has been a tough track for Alex. They qualified well. The race car has been good enough to stay near the top 5 and inside the top 10 all day. Now just trying to put the full race together for the 48.
Thanks very much down there as well from pit lane. This is Alex Bowman, eliminated from the playoffs last time out at Bristol. And he's really pushing it as hard as he can possibly go right now. We're riding with Denny Hamlin, still in the playoffs despite a poor performance. And, well, JT, the action is just revving up nicely.
Yeah, absolutely, as we continue to circulate round on board with Denny Hamlin.
Gibbs is out of the infield care centre as far as I know, the last message I got there on the order of things, so not too bad. There's the session continuing to round up here as well. I wonder if it would be the thing. 7 to go in this stage. Let's go back in then as well with 7 to go in stage 2. Logano, Larson, Byron, Osavar, Blaney, top 5. Bell, Elliott, Hamlin, Briscoe, Berry completing it out as well as we're riding with the progressive car in towards the back. And so far, I think, Jack, this has been a smooth, exciting second stage, and I think the run into the end is going to be fantastic.
It's pretty chaotic overall, but I've been enjoying it. A much more exciting stage. We've got Barry, who's been driving. Barry, wasn't he in the
2 seconds.
Oh, hold on.
Championship. As you look at the incident, was somebody in the right and somebody in the wrong, and where does that lay out?
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate, but I'm excited to go race next week and looking forward to it.
Denny also mentioned that he felt like somebody from the organization should talk to you. What do you expect that conversation to look like?
Yeah, we'll have a good race next week. We're looking forward to it.
Man, a few words, isn't he?
I realised that is literally the Kyle Busch interview of I decided to go race in my race car next week. That is what he's doing.
BTW, Vinny, is behind the wall. So that means that the cars have gone behind where they can have work done to them to return to the race. as they come in. So that is what BTW means behind the wall. Logano's going to win stage 2 at this point. He's 8/10 clear to Kyle Larson. JT, what's your take on that Ty Gibbs comment?
Yeah, it's another way of saying no comment, isn't it?
Yeah, basically that's what it is. Smart.
Look at the 8's bodywork, by the way, as we see Blaney lap him. It looks like he's just been punched in the face repeatedly.
Talk about the fact that Berry is back in the top 10 after being wrecked by SVG earlier in the race.
It's one of those days where anything can happen. Well done, Josh Berry. He's made it more in the playoffs in this race than he did in the others. He was out, what, first? What, JT, what was that crazy stat you told me a couple of days ago? Was it you or was it Matt White? It was something about how Berry had done less laps than we had caution laps or something like that.
I don't think it was me.
It must have been Matt White then on that one. I'll have to look back on From the Grid Tonight show, which you can catch every Wednesday on the Grid Network YouTube channel. Search at Grid Network TV for the action. As Bubba nearly got into the wall. He nearly had a McDonald's moment coming out the exit of 2. 1 to go. This will be the checkered flag this time by for the end of stage 2 of the Mobile 1 301. It will be Joey Logano who will come out of the first 2 corners. Hasn't put a foot wrong. He's man who's led the most laps so far today and will pick up some stage points along the board. Joey Logano wins stage 2 of the Mobile 1 301 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Larson second, Byron third, Blaney fourth, Hocevar fifth, ahead of Bell sixth, Elliott seventh, Hamlin eighth, Briscoe ninth, and Josh Berry rounds out the top 10. Stage 2 is complete then, and it was dramatic with multiple cautions coming out as well. What are we going to see when we head back for stage 3 and 116 laps to go? Well then, Jack, starting with you, what did you make of the second stage?
Chaotic, but also very entertaining. And I love that Ty gives into our interview. I'm sorry, that's brilliant. It's literally Kyle Busch, the sequel of everything's great. Looking forward to getting back in my race car.
Yeah, I was going to go thinking it was more like, what was his name? It's gone at the top of my head now when you're trying to be on air as well. Ricky Bobby, yeah. Can't feel my hands. Although Megan still wants to point out that we still don't know what was wrong with Carlos Sainz's hands during the race in Formula 1 today. We'll keep an eye on that as they come through. Nathan says looking forward to next week. Next week will be quite fascinating, JT, won't it, when we get into the action zones? We're getting more and more into the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I am cooking on something.
I thought you were.
Behind the scenes.
Next week, of course, we're at Kansas. And you can join us for all the action throughout with Cups of the City.
Someone will be in Kansas. You should be back from Scunthorpe, just.
Fingers crossed. If not, Megan's on board. I'll be doing it remotely. But
yes, me and JB are going to go get dusty next Sunday at Scunthorpe.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Right, let's head back down to USA then under this break at New Hampshire and check in with our colleagues at USA and get all the latest news for what is a very chaotic day.
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Toyota. Let's go places. Stage break in between stages 2 and 3. So the day today, 114 laps to go, but a whole lot of action coming up here shortly. And we have that third and final stage. Pit road is open and Kim Kuhn is standing by. Kimmy?
And for Kyle Larson, he said less grip around the entire corner than earlier. He said pushing, so just a little tight. They will make a small adjustment for Larson. Right top of your screen, William Byron saying at first it felt loose on 2 tires, but overall I don't think we learned anything. Could not get a good read on it. They will make a slight air pressure adjustment, Marty.
14th to 4th for Ryan Blaney, who told Jonathan Hassler the balance is good. We just need our track position back. We talked about the pressure Paul Wolf has been putting on his driver, Joey Logano. Well, the driver answered. Second in stage 1, first in stage 2. He said, I need a little more turn and a little more drive on exit. And the pit crew answered as well with a 4-tire stop. They hold the lead.
They threw 2 on the Cindric Mobile, and he was able to advance many positions.
Still under caution then, here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, lap 189 of 301 and 113 laps to go in this final stage.
Needed to whack my bus fixer then, JT, as well. My mic wouldn't mute coming into it.
This is interesting. This looking good.
Cody Ware has gone to the lead of the race. What are you planning back there?
Nothing.
Everyone's slowly watching the same thing, by the way, aren't we? We're thinking,
Well, believe it or not, we are all here to watch one race, not a soccer match.
There's oh, hang on, the gaffer tape's out. The gaffer tape's here, guys. On the front of Kyle Busch's car. Yep, that'll do the facelift.
Oh wait, I guess because Matthew Owens is here, I have to call it football.
Is Matthew
Just
here?
because, no.
He's not even here.
Yeah, we get away with it.
Yeah, just because Matthew isn't here.
Oh,
I
right.
guess I call it football, that's what I meant. Because that's just our running joke with Matthew Owens, who's with Matt White on USON.
He told
But
me...
you say...
Go on.
You say we're all here to watch one race. I've got 3 on right now.
I've got 2.
I've got this, IMSA and NASCAR Mexico. Because why not?
Why not? There it is.
It's pretty entertaining, to be fair, so far.
You're back with us as the track being cleaned up ahead of the start of stage 3 here of the Mobile 1 301. Let's go through pit road.
We kick it off with Marty Snyder.
Leading countdown to green, Chase Elliott told Dylan Welch, I'm not sure we can get any stage points today. Well, they did it. He finished 7th in stage 2, earning 4 stage points. He told Alan Gustafson, I need just a little bit more turn in the center. And so for the first time today, Kim, Chase Elliott will restart inside the top 10. We'll see what he can do with it.
Well, Marty, let's also talk about what happened during Countdown to Green when we talked to Christopher Bell. He said they did themselves no favors qualifying 19th. It was going to take almost 300 laps of the whole race to get to the front. We've seen glimmers of hope from them right now, running in the 8th position, seen them in the top 5. No further talk about the left damage he got from that earlier incident. He just had too loose that run. Dylan, they went back to where they were with 4 tires and a small adjustment.
Well, Kim, Steve mentioned the points reset for the 23 of Bubba Wallace. First race of the playoffs at Darlington. They were in a similar position to start that first round, had a good day, and just built on that foundation the next 2 races. So hold serve was the simple message for Crew Chief Charles tonight to his driver today, but it has been exactly what they did want. They battled a tight race car all day, put them on the back foot from the start of the race. They still haven't gotten it freed up, and save for a great strategy call, or at this point, maybe just some luck, they're looking at a big uphill climb next week in Kansas.
Bubba currently sits in 26th position.
But we've had pit stops. Let's not forget that. Bubba's been running quite high up throughout the day so far. As this is the points earned today. Logano 19, Blaney 17, Byron 16, Larson 14, Hocevar 12, Berry 8, Bell 5, Van Gisbergen 4, Elliott 4, Bowman 3. That's in the playoffs. And this is how the points would currently stand. With Byron, Larson, Blaney, Hamlin, Logano, Bell, Elliott, Briscoe, Cindric, Reddick, Chastain and Bubba Wallace at the cut-off point for the round of 12. But remember, Logano would jump to the top because he would have that automatic victory in today, JT. That's how we go as we get ready for stage 3.
Yeah, it's we're doubled up, as you mentioned, getting ready to go. And here we are. pace car pulls off. It's time for stage 3 of the Mobile 1 301. Towards the restart zone, Joey Logano, your control car, on the outside line.
Oh, and he got a punt from the 2 as we head back to green flag running. Away we go. Now, will they deem that Cindric jumped the restart there? Logano wasn't ready to go, and he wasn't even in the restart zone just yet. So, bad move there from Cindric. Larson trying to go up high. Round, we're 4 wide in the mid-pack by 2 rows in, and they've all got through cleanly. Logano leading up into second position. Has come up battling. That's going to be Cindric battling with Byron. And 6 wide further back. How are they making that one work, JT, as they come round 4? It's now gone down to 4, now 3 wide at the exit. Wow.
Yeah, 3 wide, still further back. And, well, that was Freeze getting into the side of Hocevar. On the outside of that was Bowman. And Freeze very nearly a turn in Hocevar, which wouldn't have been the best, but he didn't. He pulled out of it.
This is looking exciting. To close the racing back in. There's Byron. That's going to open the door. They've got 3 wide further ahead as well. Trying to bring in the traction zones. On board with Christopher Bell. And he's alongside Byron into turn 1. And he's through. Well, to be fair, that's a good slipstream we're having so far, Jack, and a good restart, but Cindric is now dropping back as Elliott's alongside him on the outside.
Contact.
Go on, contact.
A little bit of contact there with between Bell and Hamlin. I think Hamlin might be somewhat letting Bell get back alongside. By the way, this is an off-topic. Oh, more contact.
Oh.
Jeez.
They're all bumping out
Guys,
of
your
4.
teammate.
And Hamlin dives on the inside line at turn 1, gets ahead now of the 2 of Cindric, and the 3 widers. Oh, wow. Blaney round the outside almost gets touched by Bell, but Chastain's touching as Berry comes into the mix as well. The 20, the 1, and the 21 battling together as they try and not make 42 as they make it through, this time 3 and 4. Back to you, Jack.
Yeah, just a little off topic here. Do you remember an F2 driver named Tatiana Calderon?
Yes, she was...
Yeah, she's in the NASCAR Mexico race, I just found out.
Oh, I was right.
Of all things.
It's a good, great place to rate. No, I did actually wonder where Tatiana was for a while.
She also has been racing a bit in IMSA. I just saw her racing. I was like, oh. I was wondering where she ended up.
Strange she's not the IMSA race now then to come into it. JT, this race is going stronger and stronger in the final stage because we've only got 104 to go. We will have green flag. Hopefully pit stops in this time by.
Yeah, absolutely, which we are going towards now if we stay green, as you mentioned, as we continue to circulate. Blaney still on the inside of Hamlin, the 12 on the inside of the 11 down, in towards turn 3 we go.
Takes that low line. Can he get Elliott 2 on the low out of 3? No, Elliott blocks him off as well as we switch into 1 and 2. Blade now going down low. Marty?
Yesterday he said, I think it's kind of funny all these teams are putting pressure on New Hampshire. This is the race I'm worried about in this round. Kansas, I felt like we had the best car in the spring. Road courses have been very good for us. So this is the race that I'm a little bit worried about. What a performance from that 9 team. He might lose his spot to Ryan Blaney, but I tell you what, that 9 car has been so impressive today.
Chased up.
Wonderful run so far as Elliott still can't get ahead of Blaney. Logano leading the top, the top 8 now are all playoff drivers. I was going to say the top 9, but Berry's jumped Bell. There's the playoff points at the moment, JT. Logano would jump ahead of Byron, of course, with him winning the race.
Yeah, Logano leader, Byron plus 45, Larson plus 42, Blaney plus 39, Hamlin plus 30, Bell plus 22, Elliott plus 11, and Briscoe plus 5, with Cindric minus 5, Chastain minus 7, Reddick minus 14, and Wallace minus 20, or 4 underneath the cut line.
Elliott round the outside at turn 1 and 2 with Hamlin down low, side by side trying to get the traction zone together and almost touching into the wall, but they've kept it nice and civil, Jack, and Hamlin should get ahead there on the inside.
Yeah. Just waiting for my stream to load.
Oh, sorry.
There we go, I'm back.
Dylan.
Yeah?
Stage points were their biggest thing. As we said, didn't get any in stage 1. Been battling a tight race car today, but this is the track position that they've needed all day. They they've got it and got the race car a little bit better for him, and their points position has improved as well for Hamlin.
100 laps to go here at the Mobil 1301. And it is Logano leading, Byron, Glasson, Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Cindric, Chastain, all in the mix. And this is fabulous runs. I am really enjoying this one. We've had so far 4 great playoff races in 2025, and that is exactly what we wanted to see, JT, starting off a season so strongly.
Yeah, absolutely. As we continue to head round, Chastain up on the inside of Austin Cindric, thinks against it, and now we'll get in the slipstream.
Side by side again as Cindric jumps up. Now we're going to see Chastain down low. Berry's trying to slot in the middle again, and they're in a diamond formation coming out of turn 4 and down the start straight in towards turn 1 and 2 as they run into it. Just going to take this one nice and easy. They love that formation. If they were organised, JT, I'd say they're the flying squad.
Yeah, as now Cindric ahead of Chastain. Chastain will now once again try to go up the inside, side by side, Larson and Blaney. This is for third, Blaney ahead of Larson, and Blaney takes third away.
Good move there, Jack, as well. So Blaney's now using that experience from earlier on in the race where he had to battle the restarts, and he's picking through one by one. His next target is 2 seconds up the road of Byron.
Yeah, we got Cindric just on the back of Ross right now. Berry gonna try and go for a move here.
Yeah,
he's to the inside. I think the dirty air from Ross won't exactly help him, but he is still side by side with Austin Cindric.
That little touch line's a little bit off and kilter through one. As you mentioned, that negative air from Chastain's affecting Berry a lot, but he might just move up into the middle lane at turn 2. He's trying to force Chastain, he's trying to get Chastain ahead of him to use him as a tow, force Cindric up the wall. And there's again more drama and battles. Let's have a replay. What we're going to look at this time by then. This is Cindric getting a little loose, and this was him having a go around the outside, going up the track, and that's why Elliott sort of put him in the middle of the track there and lost out on traction. That draft is so powerful, Jack.
Yeah, draft is really just the name of NASCAR sometimes. These cars, you can draft them really well, but as soon as you get into the corner, boom, dirty air.
See, time and time again.
Aerodynamics for you.
Yeah, time and time again, it's coming back as the 17 gets out of the 45 now, and slipstreams his way through. They're still side by side at 1. Surely not from Tyler Reddick round the outside, retaking the position on the 17. He's done it, JT. That high line, though, going to affect him. It's like a slingshot. Up he goes the track, and we lose out on what we needed to because we're looking at Logano in the lead of the race. As Byron and Blaney battling together, coming into 3 and 4. And has taken it on.
Will now head across the line. Blaney trying to go down the inside of William Byron, the Menards car up on the inside of the Raptor car. Ford on the inside, Chevy on the outside, still side by side, coming down the back straight we go. Blaney tries to pull ahead. Byron will try to go late on the brakes, but isn't, and Blaney is miles ahead by the middle of 3 and 4.
And I think, Jack, this is pitch perfect across the board as they're getting towards the first pit stops of this stage now coming through. We are, 25.116, so I'd say we're 20, 30 laps away from it. That's not long at all at this place.
No, not at all. I'm no expert on pit strategy, so I won't tell these drivers what they should or shouldn't be doing. If I was an expert, I'd be a crew chief, though.
Needs to be a crew chief at this point to double check on things. As we continue to run through cleanly. Stream running okay on my side, Roger. Somebody else in the chat can help Roger make sure that the stream's running fine, and maybe suggest refreshing to see if that helps, my friend. Is SVG still in the race?
It's fine for me.
Lovely.
It's fine for me, the stream. Definitely good on, all good on our side, the stream.
SVG is still in the race, to answer your question, Graham, but he's 50 laps down. Justin Haley's just returned to the race, by the way. 92 laps down. And Linda says good here. I'm glad. Thank you guys as well for helping out there. So side by side now, the 2 and the 20 on the back straightaway. As Bell will try and slip on the inside line of Austin Cindric for 9th position, and he's taken it. So Bell moves up to P9. Cindric down into 10th position. I think it's safe to say, even though we've got 89 laps to go and anything can happen at the moment, Logano's got a good hold on this race, along with Blaney, Jack as well.
Yeah, I still think a Penske's going to win this race, personally. I think the Penske's are so clearly the dominant cars, and Logano looks currently to be headed into the round of 8.
Logano has led 127 laps today as well. Blaney's led 61, Briscoe's led 19, Larson's led 4, and the 51 as well has led just 2 laps on the board. That was under yellows for Cody Ware earlier on in stage number 2. He led lap 189 and lap 114 in the second stage. Go on, JT.
And let's go down with just under 100 to go. Ones to watch.
This streak, but 5 of those 8 wins have come in the playoffs. This is a big moment guy. He loves these big moments. We've seen him do it time and again. He has a good shot to do it again today.
Well, if Joey Logano wants to win, he's going to have some big moments, because Ryan Blaney has been the fastest car since the haulers pulled into New Hampshire Motor Speedway earlier this week. He was basically untouchable in practice. He got beat in qualifying by that 22, but lap after lap, he has moved his way through the field. He has not run inside the top 15 with this car ever. Today could be his day.
How about William Byron in the Raptor number 24? William said this used to be one of their favorite tracks, but kind of lately it's got away from them. This is a turnaround point for him. I know he's just lost a position to his teammate Kyle Larson. This is a track where William has not yet had a top 10. So this is a positive, a massive positive for him to be running as strong and as consistently at the front as the 2-time Daytona 500 winner has been today. However, remember when we went to the break, I told you the gap was 1.6 seconds between Logano and Blaney. It's now just tenths of a second.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Blaney, 18th, is his best finish at this track in this car, and now he shows up with just unbelievable speed. I think now at this point he wants to try to work his way by Logano, and then when you come to pit road, right, 25 green flag laps on the tires, 85 laps to go.
Yeah, and I think as well, that's what we were talking about earlier on. This is going to be a brilliant one. Thank you, James, for saying it's all good to come through as well. I think that we're going to be in a wild run here at the moment, Jack. It's going to be all go.
Yeah, I think we're going to get some pit stops, but it looks like I just don't see how Logano or Blaney loses this race. Then again, we could have an overtime restart later in the race, which could make things a hell of a lot more interesting. Also, big shout out to Carson Hocevar, who's been in the top 10 all day. Genuinely great drive from him in that Spire Motorsports car.
JT, have you finished cooking whatever you're usually doing?
I have literally just finished cooking.
What is it?
Not telling you. Secret for now.
Okay. So the battle's still brewing here with 35 of 116 in this race. Let's hope that this is going to be a smooth one, as now we've got Logano leading from Blaney just 2 tenths. There was traffic as well, JT. That's caused a bit of battle for Logano to lose back up, and now the 2 teammates are side by side on the backstretch.
Yeah, as we go across the line once again with Logano and Blaney your top 2. Then Larson in 3rd, Byron 4th, Berry your first non-playoff car in 5th. Hamlin, Elliott, Bell, Chastain and your second non-playoff car. Rounding out your top 10 is Carson Hocevar at the moment. Lap 36 of 116 in the stage with 80 to go. in this race.
And now traffic again in factor. Logano will go through, so will Blaney, and unfortunately the very damaged 8 of Kyle Busch will jump out of the way down through turn 1 and 2. The sun is at a low angle here. It's beginning to set, but we have time. We are past the point now, Jack, if I'm not very much looking at it, the red flag did need to come out, and we do lose the track. The race is official because we've passed a certain amount.
We've been well past that for a while. We hit it at about 152, I think. We've been past that for a while. I think the weather's fine, though. Like, touch wood, but I think the weather's all right for the track. I don't think we have any danger of losing the track.
I'll ask our weatherman JT. It looks sunny and bright to me, but you know this is America. It can change in a
get
second.
all the radar stuff up now, aren't you?
Yeah, but I am interested because apparently the FIA radar wasn't working this weekend for the teams. They had to use different means, which is why I think Tom Cairns was, when he was looking at the radar, was quite surprised that, oh, it was raining when it didn't say it was raining. So there was a few issues with it, apparently. That's what caught the teams out. But here, everything looks so good so far. As the action running wild here tonight with 78 to go. 2 Penske's up front. What are you going to see? 22 Logano, 12 of Ryan Blaney. 2 Fords leading the way at the front. Just work together, boys. Work together. But, Jack, question is Blaney going to obey team orders, or is he going to go completely, no, I want to be locked into the round of 8. I'm going to attack Logano. I don't care if he's my teammate. Or the reigning champion, for that matter.
There is no team orders in this situation.
Go for it.
There is no... At the end of the day, race fair is what I would say to these two. Race hard, but fair.
I think as well they're getting close to that race hard but fair mantra, because look at how much traction Blaney is getting from underneath into turn 1. He's just reeled in a 1/10 of a second like he's reeling in a fish. Over we go for the back straight once more. Logano is wiggling around, but still Blaney holds firm into 3 and 4. Pits coming. What will happen on our stream? We'll go to battle cams. We haven't had green flag pit stops today. We've only had yellows, so we'll go full camera for the driver tracker, and we'll focus in on the action as it happens. And look how close Blaney's getting. JT, who would you box first, Logano or Blaney? I'd get Logano out of the way, because Blaney's obviously faster.
Yeah, radar's good, by the way.
Good news. No chance of rain coming in. Logano goes up high. Blaney coming in low through 3 and 4. So much more traction. And now we're cutting back as the leaders side by side, but Berry's going on the inside line of Larson for 3rd position. Meantime, the 12 is touching the rear door of Logano, and through goes Blaney. Ryan Blaney takes the lead. And Logano didn't expect that, because Jacket was in such fruition to go through.
Yeah, great move there from Ryan Blaney. Who's that there being lapped? Oh, it's Cody Ware, of course it is. But yeah, Ryan Blaney, great overtake on Logano, just dive bombs it in the middle of the corner, slides it up in front of him, and is now your new race leader. Blaney and Logano have been the 2 fastest cars all day. I'll be stunned if... And, wait a second, Berry's back in 3rd now!
He's got through on the inside of Larson and made it stick. So James is in Ohio, Graham's in Australia. Good morning to you. And hopefully everyone's enjoying the action.
What is it for you in Australia right now?
It's, I think, early morning.
Gotta be early, isn't it?
North
Well,
Indiana.
it depends
there.
where.
Go on.
It depends whereabouts you are in Australia, of course, because if it's Norfolk Island Standard Time, it's 7:32. If it's Australian Central Standard Time, or as known as Adelaide, it's 6:02. 4:32 in Perth / Australian Western Standard Time.
He says the race started at 5 AM.
So it's 7:32 where he is in Australia. Good morning, Graham. Good morning to as well. Bob says he's in Iowa. Linda's in North Indiana. Arthur's in Tampa Bay as well, coming into it. Georgia for Roger as they come in. Good, and Nathan's in Chicago. Hello, everybody around the world. Pleasure to have you here on a Sunday or Monday, wherever you are in the world. Graham said he's got 3 cups of coffee going. So would I. And of course, Adam's in North Carolina. Our resident expert on this circuit here at New Hampshire, coming into it. Martinsville for RD Hammer. James, he says, thank you for the stream. Pleasure for, thank you for all of you watching us. As Logano's repassed Blaney as he's down pit road. We've got no USA at the moment. So we'll take the pit stop as they come in. Will it be all 4 tyres and fuel, or will he just take 2? It's all 4 tyres. Ready to go. Long fuel stop coming through. Clean stop on the left, clean stop on the right. That was super smooth from the 12th team, JT. As Robert says, he's also in Atlanta.
What's Atlanta? Only I know is Echo Park.
Yes, sorry, Robert. You've been renamed. It's
Sorry, you're
not
in
Atlanta.
Echo Park now, mate.
Yeah, it's Echo Park City. California for Anthony as well.
Same with Worldwide Technology Raceway. It'll always be known as Gateway.
It is Gateway, yeah. Pit road.
Pit road to pit with 68 to go, Dylan. We'll see if everybody else follows suit now.
One of the Team Penske cars is following suit. This is Austin Cindric. They took 2 tires on the last stop. Huge net gain of position for them. 4 in fuel to the end here for Cindric. Kim.
Yeah, Christopher Bell pitting from the 7th position. He said it feels good in open air, but started off just a little bit too free. Just a very minor air pressure adjustment on those 4 fresh tires, Marty.
Chase Briscoe bringing the 19 to pit road. They've been hanging just outside the top 10. Been struggling with the handling of the car, just way too tight. All these teams electing for 4 tires here with 67 laps to go. When does Joey Logano, now back in the lead, come to pit road? That's the question.
It wouldn't be any time soon if I'm Paul Wolf. These other guys have shown their hands. We only have 44 laps on these tires, 66 laps to go. I would run long, and I know I'm losing time, but the longer I run, if a caution comes out, the freshest my tires would be, and I could stay on the racetrack. That would be the strategy for me in the 22 car. You cannot beat the 12 heads up. We have seen this. He just ran you down and drove by you. So I could chase the 12 onto pit road and run inside the top 5, or I can run very, very, very long, hope to get a yellow after my pit stop, and try to beat him and get the golden ticket. Kim.
And the 5 in a little bit earlier than planned. Originally, they were going to come around lap 244, but with the green flag stop starting, Cliff electing to bring him in. You saw that chassis adjustment. Just need a little bit more grip. For his teammate, William Byron just said the brakes have gone a little bit soft. They're trying to manage them. He said he just pushed the tires too hard on the short run, Dylan.
Hamlin has been a little bit tight. Did they get everything on there as they should have? It looked like it was a little close. Hamlin was free on that last run. Late exit said the car fired off really strong, 4 in fuel.
Not only will Ryan Blaney be fighting the 22, but he may be fighting Berry as well, because Berry has been flying in 2nd place. Here's Chastain in.
And this is another car that is maybe having their best stint of the day so far. Ross Chastain and the entire team feel like this is the best progress they've made on the 1 car. No changes on the chassis, just 4 tires and fuel, Marty.
Dylan, that window to go a little bit longer, like Steve mentioned, is extremely narrow, so Paul Wolf left his driver out just a little bit longer. Logano told Wolf just a moment ago on the radio, I need help in the center. Still too tight there, but the exit has gotten much better. He takes that long drive all the way down pit road to pit stall number 1. We'll see if the pit crew can answer. They've had a terrific day here on pit road and a clean stop thus far. There goes his teammate Ryan Blaney flashing by that pit stall number 1. We'll see what Logano cycles out.
Yeah, Logano decides to run a little bit longer to have fresher tires at the end. It's always easier to tell you what you're going to do up here in the TV booth, Diff, because when you're wrong, you just go, oh, well, that was the wrong decision.
Yeah, but for those down there, Jack, in pit lane, this is literally a title or not decision. You've got to get it absolutely spot on. But right now, Berry leads this race. If he gets a well-timed pace car here, he could be right in contention. He's already fought his way back up to net 3rd.
It'd be interesting to see also Zane Smith in the top 10 right now. Riley Hurts, I get this is on pit strategy. But it's cool to see some guys running near the front that are not usually there.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye. Logano's come off. He's 4 seconds behind Ryan Blaney. So Blaney now, JT, has the advantage at the front of the field. And that's what you get for pitting first.
Yeah, absolutely is. Now Reddick, let's go down to
An
him.
issue for Tyler Reddick. In fact, he said, I expect to go in the corner and have no brakes. He does need some help on that balance. Just need to be a number or number and a half freer. He said, no turn on that Toyota.
Berry's in too. Let's stay down pit road.
Here comes Josh Berry, Dylan.
Yeah, this has been such a strong race for these guys. One of the best cars in the field, and they've shown it so far. Going to be 4 tires and fuel here. Josh didn't say much about the balance on this run, just had his head down and was picking cars off one by one. They were watching William Byron on that run just to figure out when they needed to pit to stay, I guess, ahead of him, and they decided to come down now.
Yeah, all of these teams have some prediction models that say if you pit, where do you rejoin the racetrack? And it can be just as important where you blend in traffic to when you put the tires on. So there's a few factors that go into this equation, Dylan.
And here's Bubba Wallace in. It has been a struggle for these guys today. Tight condition every single run. They'll go around and change 4 tires for Wallace. Just try to get what they can here. Keep fighting to the end for the 23.
Yeah, good green flag pit stops coming up then. Here's Logano. Jumps back in. So Elliott leading Buster second, but they haven't yet stopped. So Blaney is, 4 seconds ahead as Elliott now heads down pit road.
Cycle.
Yeah, lead pitting with 59 to go. Here comes Chase Elliott. They did run longer than any other playoff car. You see Brad Keselowski leaving his pit stall. So we'll see if this move by Alan Gustafson pays off with fresher tires at the end of the run, like Steve had mentioned. Chase told Alan just a moment ago, I felt like early in the run, I needed a little bit of help with the rear end. It was way too free, but honestly, it got better the longer we ran. So we'll see where Chase Elliott cycles out after leading just a lap.
Clean stop on the 9 car. We heard Dylan mention a little hiccup on the 11. So we've gone back to look at it. I only bring this up. Watch the left rear. Tire going on. Tire changer hit. Jack drops, and it's real. I mean, the gun's still on the left rear. We haven't heard anything out of the 11. I only show you the fan this just in case he has a wheel. That's what Dylan was talking about. He's absolutely right. The left rear, I wouldn't say that was a standard-looking pit stop on the left rear. These wheels have proven that if you tighten a wheel up with a car on the ground, it won't get tight. Remember, a wheel came off the 11 car a week ago. They deferred the suspension of 2 pit crew members, which you are allowed to do.
Yeah, we remember that. JT and Jack as well. Jack will stay with you on this one. They got very, very lucky that we didn't get any pit penalties coming through. But now, looking at it, everyone's on fingertips to come through as Blaney leads by 3.9 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just interested to see how this race plays out. I'm pretty sad at the moment.
Don't blame me, JT. Pit stop still waiting to focus back around as we'll open up the main data. 55 to go. It's good to the end. Let's hope they can keep it clean. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are on board with Hamlin.
Running
in
sixth.
Towards turn 1. Yep, 6th, trying to chase down Carl Larson in 5th, who is trying to chase down Byron in 4th. Then a 3-second gap to Berry in 3rd. Then another 3-second gap to Logano in 2nd. Then another 3-second gap to Blaney in 1st.
369, the goose drank wine as they come into it. Wonderful little nursery rhymes you can have coming into this battle here today. Just 7 cautions, none so far in stage 3, as we have 54 to go in this race, which is critical, as it's the first round of 12 of this 2025 playoff season. Jolly exciting as it's coming up. Keeping an eye on all the action at the moment.
There's some people talking about fishing in the chat of all things.
Good morning to people who fish. I believe that is that Graham's loving fishing, and that there is a lot of good people places to fish in February in New Zealand. And Arthur said it's great worldwide. And James knows anyone can try magnet fishing. Good way to clean waterways. Is this an elimination race? It's the first race of the round of 12. I've been magnet fishing.
Magnet fishing is basically you have a magnet on a string.
Damn, we're going to the box.
You put it in the water, and anything that's magnetic will stick to it, and it's basically just fishing for magnetic stuff which is underneath the water. It's a good way to clear. It's a good way to clear the waterways. It's a good way to find treasure that may be dropped in. It's another good way to find stuff that may not meant to be in there, like
guns.
Stuff that goes bangs. I wasn't going to say that word, but yes. So yeah.
Tell you what.
It's basically you get anything magnetic out of the water and whatever you find. There's been times people magnet fishing. There's a couple of Facebook pages and Twitter pages and stuff like that that go round and they find all this cool stuff.
Tell you what, I have done proper fishing before as well, and it's quite relaxing. I must admit.
Let me know when you're next proper fishing, and I'll come in and just...
What, dive in?
Bye-bye.
Well, push me into the river. Push me... Oh, okay.
No comment.
Right, okay. JT wants us to become JT Motorsports, I take it.
Or MB Motorsports, or will she go in with you?
It depends on how fast you can push Megan in.
She would be out of there before I even got there.
The 51's gone around for the second time today.
Well, that's a hard hit, actually.
Yeah.
Look at the damage on the front bumper.
He'll keep going, but the caution's out because he came down the track, and there's debris on the circuit, and that, should say that Cody Ware would be done for the day. Yeah. That's a shame.
Or that might just be a tyre rub, to be fair.
So caution's come out.
Get the baseball bat out.
Yeah, it should be doable actually. I've only got 48 to go. Time to bash that out and get it sorted. What do you think, JT? Get some magnets on the front. Straight out. How did he do it? Is it contact? Yeah. He tried to pit the 3 and he's pitted himself. He's done a Danica Patrick.
And I just... Was it not Austin Dillon who spun?
Yes, it was. The 51 earlier.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it's
Cody.
It's revenge. The caution won. The 3 tipped the 51 around, and now he's trying to repay the favour, and he's tipped himself around again. So the same 2 that caused caution 1 have caused caution 8. Ha!
Can I quickly... I need to say to my favourite phrase in stock car racing, courtesy of, I think it might have been Landon Castle. Well, rule number 1 is stock car racing is learn how to wreck someone without wrecking yourself. Here's what happened earlier when Dylan spun out Cody.
That was caution 1 on lap 64.
Yeah.
And now on lap 255, they've made contact again. And everyone's diving down pit road for yellow stops, even though we've just had them. With 45 to go, it's worth it. Let's head down pit road for the drama.
Yeah, Kyle Larson saying I could wrap it like I wanted, but it was too hard on the right rear. You see the chassis adjustment, right side tires. Big debate on the 24, 2 or 4, deciding to take 2 for William Byron, Marty.
Could Ryan Blaney get his 3rd and most important win of the year? The call was yellow for Blaney. That means right side tires for teammate Joey Logano. He said he was plowing early in the run. Logano will leave pit road. A nice drag race with his teammate Blaney off of pit road, but those 2 will leave 1st and 2nd.
Good ending off pit road. Blaney, Logano, Byron, Hamlin, Larson, Hocevar, Chastain, all of those taking 2 tyres. Larson's dropped a place coming into there as well. So, yeah, well done, Chase Elliott, moving up a couple of places there as well in the running order. Let's take a replay for, well, learn how to not wreck yourself. It's happened again, folks. So, 46 to go. That's around about 25 minutes left of the race if we stay green when we go back going again. yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Jack, as more cars come down pit road, how bizarre is it that we still see drivers intentionally wrecking others? It went with
Not
this
surprising, it's NASCAR.
But this late in the season? The playoffs may be done, but there's still things to race for.
It's going to be more often now.
Oh, great.
It's NASCAR. Well, welcome to, at the end of the day, short track, short tempers. It's not exactly a short track, this, but it does somewhat race like one. And if there wasn't intentional wrecking, it wouldn't really be NASCAR. I just accept it's part of the sport.
I think Josh Berry's got the net lead of the race again. According to my timings, waiting. 12 was classified last time by. Yeah, we'll hold it together. JT, what were you cooking earlier? Are you going to tell us? Are you still holding it?
Not telling you.
Really annoying. So go on, Jack.
I was just going to say, Cody, if you're going to wreck someone, don't wreck yourself in the process. You are not Danica Patrick.
Well, while we wait, let's check in with USA.
Presented by Toyota. Been quite.
Still, Joe says if he tells you, he'll get arrested, probably.
Teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing coming together, Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs. Ty didn't want to talk
If
about
I was
it afterwards.
to tell you, it would ruin the surprise.
Fair dues.
Teammates fighting at the front. They may just be upset by Josh Berry, but have a look at this. On pit road between Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick.
Oh.
Yeah, Larson only changing right sides because that cadence very, very difficult. A really nice job between 5:45, crew chiefs on the radio. Now, it ends up really hurting the 45 because he misses his pit box, right? So you see him pull ahead. He then has to back up and get in position. So for Reddick, he's now 19th. He ended up putting 4 tires on because he lost his track position. But remember, that's what killed Christopher Bell at Darlington. You know, a little damage could have hurt both race cars.
Once they got in that situation, it was good communication. Nobody got wrecked. But prior to that,
good point.
It could have been a lot better. There could have been a way for Reddick to actually slow down, understanding the timing. Now, Reddick couldn't know that. He had to hear that from his spotter or the crew chief saying, you're going to have to wait on the 5. He would have been better off to slow down, let the 5 go, and then get in his box.
See Josh Berry stayed on the racetrack.
I think Josh Berry is in the position that he wanted to be in. This car has been really fast. I know he has a deficit on tires, but
12 laps, Jeff. 12
laps.
Flag laps because he was one of the later cars to pit road.
But only on right sides, right? Because the 12 and the 22,
Great
24,
point.
they all put on right side. So lefts are equal. It's just 12 lap newer right side tires.
Let's talk more about Chase Elliott. Here's Marty.
Yeah, 12-lap pressure tires for Chase Elliott versus, or 12-lap older tires, I should say, for Chase Elliott versus those who pitted behind him. So that's the advantage of maybe running a little bit longer. The other interesting thing, Steve, is I know all those teams took right-side tires, the leaders, Blaney, Logano, and all those guys when they came down pit road, but that was their last set of tires. So should something go on here, they have a fresh set of tires in the 9 pit tonight.
Thanks very much. Down there pit road, we're getting ready for another restart. There's 43 to go in the Mobile 1, 3:01. Berry restarts on top from Elliott on the low line. Blaney high, Logano low into the restart zone, and the green flag's out, and Logano's gone for it, and it's caught Elliott by surprise. Blaney's gone as well and pushed Berry to the front. Coming behind is Byron as well to sweep into turn 1, 3 wide already coming up as Chastain will make it. Hocevar going up high too, finding so much grip and goes around the outside of Larson and tries to get Hamlin as well. We've got the 2 of Cindric coming down low, but Berry shot off into the distance with Blaney in second, Byron third, Elliott fourth, Logano fifth, and Larson in sixth. Then it's 3 wide, then it's 4 wide, and they're all concertinaing up, JT, as they come down out of 1, and now we restart with 41 to go.
Yeah, as 3 wide to Rose deep further back in the midfield. As they are still 3 wide, very nearly 4 wide back at the front. Here comes Blaney trying to get past Berry for the lead.
Yeah, and I think Jack as well, this is a matter of time. Berry didn't stop last time by, Blaney did. Fresher tyres are going to help, even if they're only a couple of laps old.
I will say that Berry did have 9-lap pressure tyres earlier in the day. I think he could have potentially won the race if that caution hadn't happened. But we'll see what Blaney can do here.
He's going down low out of 2. Can't get the traction alongside Berry. Come on, come on, come on. Where are you going to go? High or low? Choose it, make it, go for it. But they're just at the moment, love tapping the side of each other, coming through 4. Side by side of the exit. Blaney's down low into turn 1. He's got the slipstream on the side draft. He'll be able to shoot back ahead. Barry's trying to keep the middle line. He's got Byron coming up behind him, but Blaney's coming up the line, shuts the door. Blaney takes the lead. Barry to second. Now he's got Byron just behind him. Yeah, Byron might win this race. Unbelievable stuff, JT. This has changed completely. Now we've got Logano stuck in 5th after a bad restart.
Yeah, as Berry trying to defend from Byron. Byron now down the inside. He'll go now, which Berry defends well. Chase Elliott also up high behind.
And 3 wide further back as the race continues with 38 to go. So it'll be Chastain -3, Cindric -11, Reddick -16, Wallace -22. That's the cut line. Briscoe +3, Elliott +13, Logano +21, Bell +23, Hamlin +25, Larson +40, Byron +45, and Blaney advancing to the next round on victory. As Logano goes side by side with Elliott, Logano's down low through 1 and 2. Elliott staying on the high line as he tries to sweep round the outside. He's got better traction at the exit. Logano doesn't. There's a little twitch there from the 9 as the 22 still stays low, still tries the inside line. And I think Jack, he'll pull it off quite nicely.
Yeah, Harry tried to take a risk, hoping that track position was more important than tyres. He got it wrong, and now he's behind Blaney.
So the action coming through once more as Logano still side by side with Chase Elliott. Around the outside, Elliott still dragging, still dragging. They've been side by side now for a lap and a half, JT. They can't seem to break the side toe together, and this is over 4th position.
Yeah, and up the outside now is Chase Elliott. Logano runs Elliott up high and very nearly a little bit of contact there between the two. Elliott runs round the outside once again. He's got his nose ahead now. Logano in the Pennzoil car gets his nose ahead, but Elliott is able to get on the throttle quicker as he's on the higher line, and he takes the position up narrowly, missing the front bumper of Logano as he goes up to block him. But here comes Logano back down the inside, but Elliott still got his nose in front.
And he sweeps up and makes the move stick completely. And Elliott now, Jack moves up, but Logano's going to push him as hard as he can. I'm loving this. This is certainly an event to go for, as they will continue on the attack. Let's hit the spotter. This is for Logano's
So after
spotter.
clearing Berry, Blaney was able to jump out to a half-second lead, and that's stabilised. That's been exactly the same for the past 2 laps. Nobody's eating into that lead from the Team Penske Ford driver.
Bell on 4 tires, the first car on 4 fresh tires. Seems like it's starting to help a little bit. He's up to 8th. His teammate Denny Hamlin, the opposite, down to 13th. Restarted 6th, lost 6 spots in 1 set of corners. Still 24 above the cut line. Just never know where those 6 points are really going to matter, and I think Bell's thinking it going the other direction, right? 24 above the cut line, now 25.
Think about everything that's happened to Austin Dillon, and the 3, Karasiab is running just outside the top 10.
It's running like crazy right now, isn't it, JT? This battle, this race, this confusion. It's driving like mad as the 3 goes under the inside of 71.
Yeah, absolutely. As continuing round we go, we cut out of the battle that we are watching. And now, Ryan Blaney out on towards the backstretch. He's got around a second the gap now, Blaney to Berry. And, well, you can tell how he's adapted to this softer tyre, which at the shorter tyres. So let's go to Kim about a report from William Byron.
Position. I asked Rudy Fugle what they needed to improve on from the first round. He said car speed, handling, execution. season. The first round was not the best round, but they were confident. They have answered today, Marty, with a solid day.
Kim, what an impressive day for Alan Gustafson and Chase Elliott to start 27th at the track they were most concerned about in this round, and to be running 4th right now, trying to hold Joey Logano behind them. Very impressive day. And remember, they were just 5 above the cut line when they came into the race today. Going to gain a little bit on that. But here comes Logano trying to get that spot, Lee.
Sends it down the inside line at 1 and 2. Elliott will get no traction on the high line. Logano should be able to sweep back through. He's got that tyre momentum. Elliott's nearly putting the rear right tyre into the wall there. So just again having the go point. Logano sends it down low, comes off the brakes. Elliott have to go up high, loses so much traction. You might even get Larson under attack, and Logano goes through into 4th position. Great move, JT, and now he's going to try and set off to catch Byron, who's 3 seconds up the road. But with 28 to go, I think they're going to need a caution.
Yeah, absolutely. As now in towards turn 2 and out of turn 2 down the backstretch we go. Logano, Elliott, Larson 3rd, 4th and 5th.
This race is just something else. It's again, this playoff season just keeps on giving, keeps on attacking. 27 left of this one as they come into it. What are you thinking then, Jack? Are we going to see Blaney victorious, or is Berry going to do something? The gap to 7/10.
I think we've got a Blaney win, personally. I think that's what we've got. Unless Byron has something or Berry has something, but Berry's on all the ties. I think Blaney should have this if we don't get another caution.
Pusher, power, more. Attack. Again. If I was this boss, I'd go nuts.
Power.
Yes, exactly that. 25 to go coming up. This is dangerous, as now the 45 is going to get passed by the 23, so Reddick's got Bubba Wallace right round the outside of it, 1 and 2. Still nothing there for acceleration. Go on.
Fire. 9th and 10th. They've got 2 cars in the top 10, and Justin Haley is 93 laps down. But hey, for the other 2 cars, it's pretty good. Yep. Both of them in the top 10. Fair play to them.
They'll push as hard as they can, JT, and that's what we like to see.
That is what we like to see indeed. Now up the inside is Stenhouse Jr. on Tyler Reddick. This is down in 26th, and that is, I believe, lapping of a car, because I don't see the 45 near the 47. No, where is the 45?
21st.
21st. So that, yeah, that was, I believe, lapping.
That's true. Bubba Wallace, of course, is the last driver in that mix in 25th position. A bad day for him, just gone absolutely nowhere. As the action continues on. Marty.
Right now.
Okay, no Marty, that was the pit road coming in. We'll wait to see. This is the battle for the lead of the race, though. Ryan Blaney by 0.3 of a second to Josh Berry. Can Berry bounce back from 3 DNFs in a row in the opening stage and being the first driver out, or with accidents? It was actually 2 crashes. Darlington, then another crash, and then at Bristol, JT, on fire.
Yeah, as well, once he's out of the playoff, the pressure is no longer there. Ooh. As we cut to Bell and Larson 6th and 7th. Bell currently in 7th, just behind, tried to go up the inside, wasn't able to.
Pushing harder and harder. This is now the battle for 6th. As Bell moves to the low line, tries to sweep underneath Kyle Larson. Not going to work out the way we're wanting it to. Unfortunately, Larson stays that high line. Bell just not going to go for the gumption. He's P7 at the moment, and in a second, Arthur, as you mentioned in the YouTube chat, he's now P6. And now Blaney and Berry battling. 21 to go. I think as well, JT, this is just going to be time and time again. Closing, more acceleration, more drama, and there's something in the chat that you need to talk about as well.
Rate this race. Good. Epic. bad or meh?
I'd go good, personally.
I'd go good, yeah. It's not the epic level that we had.
enough.
Yeah, it's not the epic level we had at Bristol, but this has been a good race. A good opener to the rounds of 12, I feel. My voice has certainly gone after today. Good luck with WOR tomorrow.
I was just checking, we are 50 subscribers away from 10k.
It's less than that, actually. We're at 9957. Thank you to everybody who's subscribing to JB Motorsports. It means a lot to us all here, and we do our best to bring you an epic end to this race with less than 19 to go. JT, this is good. This is fantastic racing.
And yes, and that surprise that I've been talking about in the broadcast won't happen until that turns to a certain number. That is all I will say. It's Blaney trying to defend from Berry, who's caught up now half a second in the last couple of laps.
9958 now, so thank you very much to come through.
Rodney Childers, Barry's former crew chief, is rooting for him on Twitter.
Let's have a word, pit road.
They come out of the same shot. Barry not in the playoffs. Blaney still fighting for a title.
Fair to expect the 21 not to hit or move the 12 out of the way. But if the orders are for the 21 not to try to win this race, then I would be extremely upset with an organization that ordered that. And matter of fact, I feel like Roger Penske would never say that. I feel like he would say, you can't wreck each other, and you can't ship the 12 out of line to do it. But
You can race each other for the win.
you can rate Roger Penske is a competitor. You don't win Indy 500s. You don't build the business he has without being a little bit of aggressive and a bit cutthroat. And
I think, JT, that's exactly it. You don't build it. You've got to be cutthroat. You've got to be really on the limit here, because otherwise, what are you doing in NASCAR? Why are you even here? You've got to attack as hard as you can.
Yeah, absolutely, and we know what happens when you don't attack as hard as you can. You just get snapped up by the other cars, and you just get dispatched into the wall or the grass on the infield.
Sadly, 9 times out of 10 we've seen that as well. By the way, we're at 9973. Thank you for everybody who just made that jump up massively. If we do get to 10k in the next 15 laps, I will be very, very thankful to everybody, because that would be a lovely way to end a great day of racing here on JB Motorsports. Right now, Blaney leads Berry, Byron, Logano, Elliott, Bell, Larson, Chastain, McDowell, and Hocevar has the top 10. And JT, this is going to be an epic end.
Yeah, Blaney still able to manage that gap from Josh Berry to Fords. Continuing round the circuit.
Just ticked over 3 hours in this race, by the way. Another quick one.
It hasn't felt 3 hours.
It really hasn't. It was the same at Bristol, when Matthew Owens turned around and said, guys, we've been here for 4 hours now. Like, have we? No, it's not felt like at all anything to do with that. 9977, by the way, in the sub chat. I'm not trying to make it go to 10,000. I'm just noticing at the side of the screen, and it's making me jump. 9978. So thank you very much, everybody. Pleasure as always. So now look at this. Battle for the lead. Blaney and Berry. 3/10 at the moment, Jack, as they come down the back straight. They're going to run with it with about 12 to go. And I've got a feeling that we're going to see Berry jump back into the lead of this race.
We'll see. It's hard to pass here at New Hampshire, but Berry is honestly, compared to considering the last 3 weeks he has had, it is very nice to see him running near the front and showing that he does still have the pace to contend for a race win.
JT, this is getting interesting with 12 to go.
Yeah, and well, we are getting set up. Massive slide from Josh Berry. Josh Berry goes wide. What a save from Josh Berry. Massive slide up. Ryan Blaney doubled the gap now from 1/4 of a second to 1/2 a second. Here is a replay. Look how loose that 21 was in the entry of 3.
This is getting very dangerous there for Berry. Just slides it up then. What do you think, Jack?
What a save that is all I can say. What a save by Berry. I hope he hasn't damaged his tyres at all, because to be fair, he looks like he's already catching back up again.
This is epic.
10 to go, 12.
Oh, this is so much more fun. Blaney leading this race. We've got a three-way battle screen open because there's Blaney and Berry. Then we've got the battle for 7th, Larson and Chastain. Battle for 11th in there as well between Briscoe and Hamlin. They're closing down, they're fighting down, they're accelerating once more, and we've only got 9 to go.
What a race we have just witnessed.
Can't wait. This is an amazing end. By the way, the YouTube channel is now jumped to 9986. So that is, what, 14 subscribers away. So if you haven't subscribed to JB Motorsports and you want to join us on the battle for the end of the NASCAR season, you know where to come. Practice and qualifying coverage, Xfinity trucks, and the Cup races all live. You know where you are, as this is going to be coming through.
And I'm not telling JB how much I have just spent on the surprise I'm going to be turning up to Scunthorpe with, because yeah, let's just say that my bank account might be flying right now. Anyway, 7.5 laps away from home, Ryan Blaney.
Sorry, JT. 997, 9998, and I think it's going to be on 10,000 now. As across the line comes Ryan Blaney with 7 to go. It's been a wonderful day. JB Motorsports has just hit 10,000 subscribers live on air at this incredible race. And all of you NASCAR fans watching in, it's a pleasure to call these races for you. And thank you so much for all the love and support. Now let's bring this one home, JT and Jack. This is going to be an epic end to this race, because there's so much still to play for. As Bell goes up high, he gets caught in the toe by Elliott, who's having slipstream battles, and Bell has to downshift a couple. This is amazing, JT. What a race.
What a day.
Let me just message Jack. Hold on.
This is going to be interesting.
Okay. I think Barry's fallen off personally. I don't think he can contend anymore.
Chastain.
Up the track goes Ross Chastain.
Yeah, going up.
As he's battling with Michael McDowell.
Blaney in there with Berry by 8/10. The battle for the lead still growing. It's quite emotional actually right now as we get through. The 71 still on the back of the 1, still trying to kindle together. This is an amazing end. I think you're right. I think Blaney has just lost out on traction. That's a shame though, JT. And so now the 71 of McDowell goes down low. Chastain's loose coming out of 4. This is, remember, Chastain's running in 8th place. McDowell is not in the playoffs. So if he does move ahead, Chastain, who is -10 at the moment, in the cutoff line, in 9th place, runs down. Great racing so far, though, JT, with 3 to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, Ryan Blaney coming across the line with a second gap now. Here's the battle for 8th. Michael McDowell and Chastain. And well, a little bit earlier on, we had a win for Dan Lloyd in the touring cars, if you are watching along with us on JB Motorsports 2. Of course, if you're new to JB Motorsports, we have JB Motorsports 1, JB Motorsports 2, JB Motorsports Twitch, JBSportsXtra, and JBEsports. And I've probably missed one, but that was a driver, Dan Lloyd, who has had an up and down season. We're just under 2 miles, and this is another driver who didn't really have a best start to the season, and he's turned it around. He got himself in the playoffs. Ryan Blaney is on track for another win here at New Hampshire and in the NASCAR Cup Series.
Blaney's dropped back as well to just sort of take it all in. He's not going to let this one go. White flag in the air, sponsored by Credit One Bank, and it is Ryan Blaney About a mile to go until he's victorious in the first round of 12 race of 2025. Barry's going to try everything. He's had an up and down day. He's literally made contact with his teammates several times. He's put his fists out and he said, no, this will be my year once again. The champion of days gone by is coming by to go for it again. The checkered flag falls. Ryan Blaney wins an absolute classic at New Hampshire. Barry in second. Byron third, Logano fourth, Elliott in fifth, and JT, that was a classic.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, with that, as the checkered flag falls, the tradition here is to press the button here, and, well, it's quite easy to tell you the results because, well, it's 100 votes exactly. So 53%/53 people has said good. 17%/17 people said it was meh. Same with Epic, 17%, and 13%/13 people said that this race was bad. The Mobile 301 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. JB, good. Epic, meh, bad.
Epic for the simple reason that we hit 10k live on air, which is a moment I didn't think would ever come when I started the channel 5 years ago.
Jack?
Just want to say, I said it on Instagram, I'm incredibly proud of the entire team for making this happen. 10k, unreal number. And now onto the race. Pretty solid race overall for New Hampshire standards, way better than I was expecting. But I would say the deserving driver got it. The deserving driver definitely got it.
No, I started here, I think, what was it, 500? Was it 500 or was it lower?
Less. I think we ticked over 100 when you joined.
Okay, so I joined here for like 100, maybe 250, and we're now at 10k. So since I joined, you're welcome. Thanks, I guess. But if you were to see what goes into all of this, I'm telling you now, it is not easy live broadcasting 30 series in 1 year. It is not easy at all. The planning that goes in behind the scenes, the commentators chart, which the commentators sometimes fill out, but yeah, it is. We have like the partnerships with USRN, what we've been doing with NASCAR, what we've been doing with Grid Network down in Portland, 2 very worthy networks as well, and we wouldn't be here if let's all agree, for what we are doing, a very small team of around 25 to 30 people.
Yeah.
For the scale that we are at, 30 people is quite small. So thank you to everyone, but let's go down to Ryan Blaney, who has a much bigger team than 30 people.
Yeah, let me have a good cry and I gotta go and get my mic on, and let's pick up then as Ryan Blaney has raced his way in to the round of 8.
Yeah, go get the checkered flag. You fans make some noise for that. You already found a Ryan Blaney fan right there. Got the checkered flag to her. Boy, Ryan, how about Josh Berry there? How concerned were you over those final few laps?
Yeah, that was probably the hardest 20 laps that I drove. I was trying to kind of bide my stuff and kind of pull Josh a little bit, and then he really started coming. I started to get super free, and it was all I could do to hold him off and try new lanes, and that was good racing and clean racing. I appreciate Josh for not throwing me the bumper when he could have. But what a cool day, what a cool weekend, super fast car all weekend. So can't believe the 12 boys, they're unbelievable. Really have strong, good playoffs, and it's great to get a win first race of this round. So appreciate Menards, Lebon, Ford, Rosh Yates Engines, Dex Imaging Body Armor, Wabash, the Worth Group, Advanced Auto Parts, everybody who makes this possible, man. And thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it.
Was there part of you kind of mentally saying to Josh, hey, you're my teammate, don't race me this hard?
Oh, no, I expect him to go out and try to win the race, and I knew he wasn't going to lay over for me, but I figured we were going to get, I didn't think I was ever going to get the bumper, you know, so we raced just super clean, but no, I mean, I would do the same if I was him, right? You go try to win the race. So that's what this thing was all about, and luckily, gosh, it just hung out a little bit better than his, but for a while it was stressful and worn out, but overall, what a cool weekend, and look forward to going to Kansas next week.
So Lee just mentioned it a moment ago. Your nephew told you a week ago, hey, Uncle Ryan, go win one for me. Is it okay for Uncle Ryan to deliver 1 week later?
Yeah. I might have him get on the radio more often, but yeah, happy. I know Louie and Bodie are watching, so buddy, we did it a week later, but I'm happy we could do it.
In front of all these fans here at New Hampshire, Ryan Blaney gets his first ever win here in the Northeast, and he's on to the round of 8.
I promise I am not as emotional as I was a few moments ago, as Ryan Blaney will take over and move in to all the action, JT. But an epic race, and again, it shows us that the tyres really do make a factor in this race. It's closing in time and time again, and now we move on in a week's time to Kansas, and it's anybody's game again. We could have Berry going in next, taking a win, surprising everyone and disrupting the round of 8. Byron was looking strong. It's anybody's game. Oh, and there goes Premier Sports' TV pictures, and we'll try and get JT's audio working.
Yeah, if we look quickly over to what rounds we have coming up in the round of 4, we have, of course, got, round of 8, we have, of course, got Las Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville. And, well, Ryan Blaney, Talladega comes to mind about Ryan Blaney.
Yes,
as
it does,
well.
Doesn't it? Wow.
And he can go well around every single one of those circuits. So I think we might, and I am going to say, I think we might have one of our Championship 4 right here in the name of Ryan Blaney.
I agree with you.
And will be a shock if he doesn't make it. And he has won it at Phoenix before. We could, I'm not going to say it because it's NASCAR, anything can happen, but we could have our series champion here.
So let's just take a look at the points then, and remember it's the top 12 cut-off. Ryan Blaney on 3,084, he's progressed through. Byron would go second, Larson third, Bell fourth, Hamlin fifth, Logano sixth, Elliott seventh, Briscoe eighth, Chastain ninth, Cindric in 10th, and then we have to drop down into 11th with Reddick and Bubba Wallace in 12th place at the moment. So remember, Chastain down to Bubba, that's your cut-off line for the round of 8. Jack, we're going to close out the show now as we've lost our TV picture. So what's your final thoughts on today's action?
It was more entertaining than I expected. I still think aero blocking was somewhat of a problem at New Hampshire. But overall, I do think the race was genuinely pretty entertaining. It was good to see Berry run well for once after the weeks he's had. Yeah, that's all I've really got. Congratulations, Ryan Blaney. And I'm going to make a bold prediction now. Blaney's going to win the championship.
I think you and JT are on the same hymn sheet there. JT, final thoughts?
Good race, good broadcast, very good broadcast. Thank you to all, as it loads, all 29,852 of you who joined us today. Thank you for 10,000. I will turn up to Scunthorpe, JB, tomorrow on next Sunday with something. And, well, if you're not there, then that's a you issue, and I'm not coming to Grimsby to give it to you, even though that there could be a commentary box thing in there. Anyway, stay with us, all 561 of you who are still with us, because I believe the IMSA still has an hour left. Am I correct?
18 minutes. You're going to be redirected
18 minutes.
Yes. So do stay tuned. You'll be redirected over to the end of IMSA to catch the end of the Battle on the Bricks, the 6-hour race there. But I'm going to come to the cop cam and do a little bit of a soppy speech as well, which is only right to do.
Oh, God.
Yeah, tune in, everybody.
Mute. Mute.
Come on, guys. I started this channel in 2019 because I thought being on Facebook wasn't really getting us anywhere and we needed something to do. I went to Barcelona to cover the F1 testing, ended up doing a couple of bits there and wasting £1,000. Then in 2020, we went into lockdown. I finished university and needed something to do with my life while the world went to hell. I then decided, well, let's do some watch-alongs. It started rough, very rough. For instance, we literally had only the ability to do radio, so there was Blue Tack covering a webcam of the commentary box. It grew in 2020, it grew in 21, it blew up in 23, and in 2025, it's now at over 10,000 subscribers, covering 30 different series with personnel around the world, working with some amazing talent and amazing friends as well. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have watched the shows, who have subscribed, who get in touch, send us messages, and are just part of the family. It is absolutely fantastic. Here's to the next 10,000. And I'll shut up now because we're here to talk about racing, not talk about somebody being emotional. We'll see you next time when we go racing in Kansas. Bye-bye.